Buckle up. Big Sills is in the house. How you doing? Do me a favor, everybody. You understand what this could be today? This could be an iconic day here on the National Football Show with Big Sills. I am giving you a one-time shot today at the celebrity roast of Big Sills, 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't fuck this up, because I'll shut this bitch down. But I have to pay the rent on this. I told you that if you run through the tape and you win the Super Bowl, I would do this. And of course, a chick like Sue yesterday, Sileo hasn't lived up to his word. Where is he? And how come? And I'm like, leave it to a chick. Leave it to a chick to remind everybody about rent or about her Macy's card. Thank you, Aunt Betty. Okay. Hey, hit the like button. Still going? Hey, Sue, I'll never end now. Hit the like button. Now, this is how we're going to do this today. If you're a member or you have to hit subscribe, and it has to be in a super chat. At 4 p.m., you get a shot at Big Sills. For some of my takes this year, I won't lie to you. This may have been one of the worst years for Big Sills in his takes. But that's a good thing. Eagles ended up winning the Super Bowl. Okay? So, and by the way, Eagle takes. I don't want to hear any shit about anything else. Oh, Sileo, you're a piece of... that's not an Eagle take. Have an Eagle take that you didn't like this year. You and I will get... I think we came... What was it, Xander? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Kyle, I didn't say 5 wins. Make sure your takes are correct, too. Make sure your takes are correct, unlike Kyle, because Big Sills will kick your ass for hours if you get your take wrong. Okay? That's a long list. Bring it, bitches. Don't be afraid. I'm opening up the Big Sills studios for you to line up. And by the way, I'm keeping an egg timer on this. If this thing doesn't go well, and I think you're going off the rails, I don't do that shit. 4:45, we'll shut that bitch down. If it's going good, you guys have great retorts to Big Sills, we'll go to full hour. So here we go. I'm a man of my word. I'm living up to it. A man of my word. 4 p.m. And what you'll do is, Xander, I think what you should possibly do, maybe post your email so people will be able to send it and Xander will be able to check. If you're a member, you get 3 minutes. If you're not, it's a super chat and you have to hit subscribe. I'm not putting every dick on. Excuse me, Sue. That ain't happening. I've got 1,000 people on my DM on my X account. People are going, I can't wait for this asshole. Well, here it is. Okay? Here it is. Okay? Come and get some. Don't be afraid. Come and get some. I want to see what kind of balls you guys have. Okay? I want to see if you get on the airways and you got what it takes in the couillons. Sorry, Sue. You got it, man. This is like Zelensky. This is a dictatorship, bitch. How you doing? Hit that like button. Hey, I'm going to find out. What kind of people? Hey, where's LJ? You know where LJ is? He's fucking hiding because tonight, Team USA is going to take that Canadian team apart in the Four Nations. Tonight, opportunities, bitch. That's what we're doing tonight. We're taking Canada's ass out. Gonna take Joey Zaza out. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, hey, flexing. LJ got deported to Bangladesh. USA! 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 I can't wait for that thing tonight, too. Can't wait for it, man. 4 p.m. There are the ground rules. Hey, let me get on here. That's not going to work. These are the people that support the channel, that subscribe to my show, and that are loyal followers. It's the only way. You actually, like we had some asshole on the other day. He thought because he paid $5, he gets a chance to talk shit to me, and I don't get a chance to talk shit back to him. Hey, here's a message. Fuck you. And the Canadian pony you wrote in on. I don't care who you are. Take your dough. Take your butthurt feelings. How you doing? Yeah, Luke's mom. Or Luke's stepkid. It's all good, dude. Hey, man up here. That's what this bad puppy's about. Have some cool yawns. Yes, Sue, even you. Yeah. So you're in my short hairs tonight, boss. Okay? You are, man, because you started all this bullshit. Master Chief. Sills, you told me Jalen needs to win the Super Bowl. I guess he's an MVP mailman. Oh, we're starting already. Okay? Master Chief, let me just put it to you this way here. Isn't it funny? Guy wins a Super Bowl MVP, and people are debating his place in the NFL. That's not me debating it. I ask questions here. This is what I do. I'm not still on the parade route like some of you are. Hey, by the way, Philadelphia fans should be. Not debating that. You should be. Most of you are still in the middle of the parade route. Big Sills is starting the 2025 season. How you doing? I started it Monday. Sills, you're going to get roasted like the Chiefs, 40-6. Let's go, chat. How you doing? All right. We'll see what kind of coolions have. We'll see what kind of coolions you have. Yes, Sue, even you. Xander's going to join us at 3:30. I'm not putting a guest on. I'm putting you stunads on. And those of you who are white, stunad in Italian means dumbasses. So I'm putting you stunads on at 4 p.m., just so you know. Okay? Those of you who are white, stunad, it's dumbass. 4 p.m. Don't make me look bad that you can't handle yourselves. Okay? Just don't. Still, stunad also means stupid. All right. I added stupid ass. You're right. Hey, by the way, that's a Sicilian's definition of it. Hey, it was Fridays. I have an MRI. Safety rooms. Mad D. Okay. They gonna cook you, Sills. Shit. You mean, hey, how about this? I love the debate today that I'm listening in Philadelphia about Kevin Patullo. It's fucking classic. Here's the debate now. Well, you know, they won the Super Bowl, and who fucking cares he's never been a play caller? Think about how dumb that sounds. And fuck it, they won the Super Bowl. Nothing's going to stop Superman. It's Listen to people talking on the air. That fucking play caller never been a play. He's been in the organization for 18 years, whatever, since 17 or something. Hey, Brian Johnson had been on the staff, too, for a while. That didn't matter. I don't give a shit. Hey, how long has Jeff Stoutland been on the coaching staff? Why didn't they ever ask Jeff Stoutland? He's been on a long time. How come they didn't ask him to be the OC? Ask yourself that. How come they never asked Jeff Stoutland to be the offensive coordinator? Think he might know some things about run blocking and pass protection and plays? How come they never asked him? Shit, he's been on since Chip Kelly. He's got more experience than Kevin Patullo. How come they didn't ask him? Stoneman's happy just being where he is. Well, that's called being an assistant coach. The most tenured guy on your offensive coaching staff is the offensive line coach who happens to be the best in the business. How come you didn't ask him? And you asked the guy who has never called a play in his life. How come you never asked him? Don't you find that odd? No, we won a Super Bowl. Fuck. All bets are off because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So you're giving everything they do the benefit of the doubt, right? Is that what you're doing? Okay. This is going to be a fun year again. How you doing? Because that's going to either be right or wrong. Ain't going to be nothing in the middle. You gave an offensive coordinator the keys to a championship offensive Super Bowl winning team who's never fucking driven the plane across the ocean. Sure. It's not going to be that big a deal. Okay. Well, then don't make it a big deal in Detroit. Then don't make it a big deal in Detroit that they lost their coordinators. You should hear Philly fan. Fuck it, it won't matter. They lost their offensive coordinator, never called plays. Ah. Detroit lost both coordinators now. What happened when you lost your coordinators? Well, it's different. No, it's not different. One guy was on the staff, and Brian Johnson. He was a flameout, I think. So you don't think it matters? How come you didn't ask Jeff Stoutland? Why wouldn't you ask the most experienced and senior assistant coach, hey, you want to be the offensive coach? How come they didn't elevate him? Anybody with an idea? Because that's all Stoutland wants to be. Wow, okay. So you hired a guy who's not experienced and passed over Stoutland because Stoutland didn't want to. All right. Hey, we won a Super Bowl. It doesn't matter. That's the take now in Philly. It doesn't matter. Okay. We shall see. See, this is what we do. Put our name on something, and we send it in. It's kind of like if you run for election, you tell people what you're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to downsize everything. I'm going to do this and do that. And then when you start fucking doing it, people don't believe it. I told you I was what I do. This is exactly what I'm doing. Okay? So he isn't scapegoated if we fail. I don't know if he's going to fail. I have no idea on February 20th if Kevin Patullo's going to fail. How would I know that? Dude, trust me. If I had insight like that, I wouldn't be here. I'd pick lottery tickets and I'd live on an island. Nobody would know where I was. Nobody. So here, let's ask the first topic. Don't forget, 4 p.m. Get your shit together. Thought Sills roast is Friday. I have an MRI this afternoon. Having Dak over Jalen on the quarterback on your team made me change my YouTube handle to Jalen all damn day. Hey, Mad D. Xander said the same thing to me. I'm sorry, sometimes my CTE kicks in, and I want to get this bitch out of the way. Hey, let me change my schedule around for you and my show and shit. I go, hey, what's a good time tomorrow for me to do some shit with you? Hey, Come on now. This is how this works. It's the world of Big Sills. Matt D, I love you. You're cool. You're cool with me. Well, at least on February 20th. You see, that's the thing, too. I flip-flop on some of you. Okay? I flip-flop on some of you. Lions, Johnny Morton, new OC, has 23 years experience. Has he ever called a play? Hollywood Hogan, has he ever called a play? If he hasn't, I don't give a shit how much experience he has. That's going to be a transition. Hey, position coaches running the entire offense is a different world. Being a coordinator, being a head coach is a different world. And if that guy's never called a play, Johnny Morton, I got the same questions about his ass. I don't give a shit how many years you've been an assistant coach. Coaching linebackers and wide receivers is far different than being the offensive coordinator and moving the sticks and winning ball games. Jets OC in 17? Okay. That means he's got some experience. Shit, he's got more experience than the guy you hired. Let me ask you this again. Here we go. This is 2 years removed from it. And I said this. So wait a minute. You have a NFC championship football team and you turn the keys over to two dudes that have never been play callers. And it turned out exactly how we thought it would. 23, we were right. 22, we were right. I picked you to go to the Super Bowl. This year, you broke all expectations. Since I've been on this thing, the 24th season is an unexpected year for me with this team because the defense excelled at such an early rate and rapidly. Okay? Look at this, man. It's a great take right here by Rico. Lazy move, in my opinion. Maybe. Big Sills running scared to give us 48 hours to prep. Big Sills running scared. Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah. I'm scared of Mad D coming at me, coming off the top rope about his Jalen take. Jalen, don't worry about it. He'll always be fifth. It's not a bad place to be, though. Y'all better have your big boy pants on today. My guy Sills ain't playing around with y'all. The Paisan way. Abe, you're right. If I hear fucking stupid and not informed, you're going to get murdered. Be prepared. You want to debate, Big Sills? You better have your big boy pants on. Sorry, Sue. Or even you, Sue. You better be ready. I don't think some of you are going to be up to it. Because when I come off the top rope and you're dumb, you're going to get murdered. So don't be afraid. Here, wait. Let me sound more Californian. I don't want anybody to get nervous today. I don't want anyone to get upset. And I want everyone to understand if you come in here, I don't know why I'm doing that. I said I'm going to give it to you in a California way. Yeah, even you, Sue. Better be prepared. Kevin Patullo. Is it a good hire? February 20th? Here, I'll use the Xander line. The fucking Super Bowl champs. It's a good move. Okay? You got that. You do. So are you going to give the team the benefit of the doubt and the equity because the team won the Super Bowl? Me? Yeah. I am. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's not like they failed 50 times with coordinators. I mean, the coordinators they've had in the last 4 years, let's see. Kellen Moore, Jonathan Gannon, and Steichen have got head coaching jobs. That record ain't that bad. That record ain't that bad. In the last 4 years, You put 3 head football coaches to work. So, Sills, Sean Desai, and Brian Johnson, they were complete turds. Yeah, okay. What about the other guys that became head coaches? So you get the benefit, do you? Yeah. Yes. I'm with you on that. I just think it's a huge question mark. Why? And we kind of hit on it yesterday. By the way, please, guys, hit the like button. Supers go to the top. We appreciate everybody. Thank you. They do get the benefit. Charlie says no. Okay. Here's Taco. Kevin Petula is just a stooge. This will be Nick's offense. Really? So you think Nick Sirianni called those plays last year? I do not think Nick Sirianni called those plays whatsoever. Because are you trying to tell me you think Nick called those plays and that's how Kellen Moore got the job in New Orleans? It's fucking ridiculous. If Nick would have called the plays, you know what it would have looked like? 23. 21. Remember what your head football coach is as a play caller in this league. 2-4 and 11-7. Okay? That's 13-11 as a play caller. First 6 games in 21. And when he kept telling everybody it was his offense in 23, he's 13-11 as a play caller. When everyone else is calling the plays, the team's in the Super Bowl or winning it. So let's get that straight. Those are facts. Okay, I mean, came out of his own words, out of his own mouth in 23. Yeah, this is my offense. This is where I want to go. He kept saying it and repeating it. Funny, the only guy that got canned that year was Brian. It's all right. Turned out they went out and got great coordinators this past season. And they win a Super Bowl doing it. Okay. I just find it weird that you are the defending Super Bowl champion and you're going to do this and not have an experienced play caller for an experienced quarterback. Yeah, but Kevin Petula's been around Jalen. He knows Jalen. That has nothing to do with play calling. Brian Johnson and Jalen Hurts were best friends from the time they were young. That had no bearing. Their friendship had no bearing on his play calling. His time with him had no influence on him being a play caller. Had no influence. This guy was so good. Why did they bring in more? Because he wasn't a good play caller. They needed a play caller. They got it. They formulated a formula that was going to win. By the way, Nick Sirianni's not a run-oriented head football coach. This guy was the offensive coordinator for guys like Phillip Rivers and people who threw the ball. He didn't know anything about RPOs. Where? Name me one place he knew anything about an RPO. Not one place did he ever coach with an RPO. Never. That's what Steichen and then Kellen, what did he know? He didn't know shit. You know what he did, though? He knew Barkley was good. Jalen Hurts will never win a Super Bowl with his style. Today's the day. Roast the Big Sills. Anton, off the top rope. Thank you, brother. Those are great retorts to Big Sills. That's a great retort. Yes, Anton. Yes. Yes, you're right. Hit the like button, guys. Where are we now? Give me a total on the likes. Let's see what you Stunads are doing today. Okay? We need a pro OC, not a beginner. $200 million offense gets the best OC money can buy. That's what I think. You got a $200 million offense and you gave him a $14 coordinator? All right. No, you know the guys who go to those beginner driving classes? You don't think that matters. If you ask 10 Eagle fans today, a couple days after the Super Bowl, if a coordinator who's never called plays matters, you know what he'll tell you? We fucking won the Super Bowl. It's fucking over. Has no bearing. Jalen Hurts is the MVP. That's what you'll get. All right. We shall see. Hit the like button. 87, not good. Not good. By the way, like I said, we set the standard here. 3 minutes at 4 o'clock. You have to be a member. Or you have to hit that subscribe button, and it has to be in a super. Because other than that, we ain't just putting anybody like Landon's mom on, or whoever the fuck that guy's name is. Landon's mom. Hey, Big Sills, I support the channel. You can't talk to me like that when neither can you. Or suck it up. Show me you got a pair. Yes, even you, Sue. Hit the like button. So we now agree. How many people in here are giving the Eagles the benefit of the doubt in the hiring of Kevin Patullo? I am. I'm not saying I'm not. Okay? I am. Are you? I'm going to give them the benefit. They've had too much success. Wait a minute, Charlie. Their track record in the last 4 years is exceptional. They got 3 head coaches out of those coordinators. I'll tell you this, though. Here's the one thing. You're either going through the trap door or you're going to win the lottery if you're a coordinator in Philadelphia. You better do this. You understand this. If you don't win, you're fired. If you win, there's a great chance you're going to be a head football coach somewhere in the league. So do you want to take that shot? Do you really want to be the coordinator in Philly? Hey, it's Super Bowl or bust for you. Please. James Jones, how you doing? Hey, yeah, I think I'll be the offensive coordinator. Well, know this. If you fail, you'll never coach in the NFL again. And if you win, you just might be the next head football coach, the New York Jets. Shit, don't worry. Aaron Glenn will be fired in 2 years. That's a revolving door. The Jets. Yeah. All right. Man, we got a ton of shit here to hit on here. Okay, so like I said, you're going to give him the benefit. A lot of you are. Okay, that's fair enough. Man, I just don't know if you turn the keys over to a guy that's never coached. Okay, all right, we're going to do a game called Who's In and Who's Out. I wrote these guys down here. And let's see now, what do we got? Oh, by the way, it's a week. It's a week from today, the NFL Combine start. Back in the day when I was in college, we didn't have a combine for juniors. You couldn't go to the NFL combines. So you had a pro day. And the pros came down. All the teams, the NFL teams came down. Charlie Casserly, all these guys came down. And I'll never forget my pro day. So I'm sleeping in bed. And Butch Davis, our defensive line coach, calls me and says, "Where are you?" And I didn't know anything about pro day. I was heading into my senior year, and I go, I'm laying in bed. Did I miss a meeting? He's like, "No, it's pro day." I go, "Who gives a shit? I don't care." He goes, "They're all waiting to see you." And I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, they're waiting to see you. Get your cleats and get over here." Dude, I didn't even I got up. I ran over. I grabbed the pair of cleats out of my locker. I went out. I had a guinea tea on. I'm out there and I go, "What am I doing here? What's going on?" Every NFL team was here watching our guys. And so they go, "Let's run a 40. I think I was 282, 283, something. I ran a 4.81. Okay. And they went, "All right, let's do it again." I ran a 4.82. Then I ran a 4.8 flat. And they're like, "What?" Jerome ran a 4.91. He was heavier, though. He's about 315. So Jimmy had these two giant guys playing D tackle. And in the NFL back in the day, that wasn't common. Okay? That wasn't a common thing. So then they took me in there and I did my vertical jump. I did 27 and a half. That's higher than Aaron Donald jumped. I had a 27 and a half vertical. I told you before, I used to be able to dunk a Nerf basketball. So they're like, okay, so the guy, and plus I had 110 tackles that year. And they're like, holy shit. So then I get on the bench. Oh, I'm the strongest guy in the country. I did 48 reps at 225. And they're like, wait a minute here. This is my pro. That's my pro day. By the way, Miami Herald has it on paper. They were there for all this. They watched me do all this. It was printed in the Herald. And I ran a 4.8 at a 27 and a half vertical. And I did 225 48 times. I didn't go to the combines or I'd have all those records. I did, what did what's his name run? What did Jordan Davis run? I think he ran like a 4.78, but he was like 338 or some shit. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. I'll tell you this, Prince. My record, and I swear on my daughter's life, my wife spotted me. In my heyday, I did 225 71 times. I was a 620 bencher when I was 28 years old, maybe 29. I did 71 times. I did it in a Gold's Gym. My wife was sitting there. Honest, dude, I will take my wife, and she was my spotter. I did that thing 71 times. I used to do 3 sets of 5 with 505 for my bench pressing. I was just ridiculous. It's crazy. So those guys who go to the combine, it's funny. University of Miami hasn't produced anybody like me since. So do you think Petula gets a head coaching job in 25 if he wins? Seems to be the trend. Seems to be the trend. Sills was an effing unit, dude. I used to do 275 dumbbell presses, laying down on my back with 275, 3 sets of 5. I used to take 275 pounds and do flat bench dumbbell presses with them. I used to do behind the necks with 405. Dude, you want to know why I can't walk anymore? That's why. So when those guys go to the combines and I see a defensive tackle bench pressing 225. Now, again, that doesn't mean everything. Okay, I thought my 100 tackles meant more. I did more in 1 year than most Hurricane defensive tackles do in 4 years. I mean, look at Jordan Davis. I had more tackles in college than Jordan Davis. He played 3 years. Okay? Yeah, the only reason, Sig, I did 275 dumbbells for 3 sets of 3 or 5 was because they didn't have 300 pounds. They went up to 275, or I would have done more. Hey, now I'm lucky if I can lift my shoes up. Okay, hey, no. Those days are, hey, that guy's no more, man. Hey, what you got to do is you got to Google or go on my, I hold records at the University of Maryland still and at Miami's to this day. How long ago was 1986? What was that, 38 years ago? I still hold the record for the bench press for defensive tackles at 535. Okay, that's 38 years ago. And at Maryland, I got a 420 freshman bench press record. I benched 400 pounds in high school. Yeah, I still hold those records to this day. And my 40 times, 481, 48 flat. So when I see these guys running in the combines, and I see a defensive tackle run on a 5 flat, I'm like this. I'm not signing that. I want athletes playing that position. I want big-ass players. And I mean big-ass. I want guys with big asses, and I want guys who can move. I'd rather take a guy who can move than a guy who can bench. Strength can come. Like Jerome Brown was the complete opposite of me. Jerome probably benched, 225, probably 22 times. Okay, you put him on a squat rack, he's probably an 800-pound squatter. You put him on a field, he kills everything in sight. Sills, we promoting a passing coordinator. for the 31st ranked passing attack. Talk about mediocrity. These dudes on the same spectrum as Jera. Here's the thing, Brian, get this. This is where Xander's right. Bro, 31st ranked offensive passing game. They won the Super Bowl. You get this. So you're telling me, Pump, if they improve that thing to 25, they'll be even tougher to beat? That's kind of what I see. They don't have to be number one because they are the top team in the NFL. Pump. Okay, so if he improves it to 20, let's say he improves it to 20, they're unbeatable, right? You don't have to promote it to being the top. If you just get to 15, halfway in the middle, they're unbeatable. That's why I said I don't really think they're going to be looking to improve the passing game all that much. They're going to stick to the formula. Why would you deviate off that formula? Why would you need to deviate it? You won a Super Bowl, man. I'm not changing who I am because I want to get this. I'm not changing who I am just to make it look better. The Eagles are the only team in the NFL that I would say that to because they won the Super Bowl. Hey, let me make it look better. I'll put more lipstick on it with passing yards so that it'll look better. Fuck that. Nobody cares about that when you have a Lombardi trophy. So, Pump, I know what you're saying, but last year they tried to change. Now, Brian, if they try to change Jalen Hurts like they did in 23, he is a colossal disaster. He'll be a colossal disaster. If they stick to what they did last year, he's the right hire in my eyes. They're not going to change much. Maybe some tweaking. Yes, so I didn't mean that kind of tweaking. But maybe, or no, that's twerking. I'm sorry. I got to get my decoder book out on twerking. Thank you. Sorry, Sue. Stu's on my shit list here. All right. So if they just improve it a little, all right? Pump. Appreciate the super. Okay. Prince goes, Sills had homemade dumbbells. You know, the plastic ones where you put the sand in. You don't really put 25 pounds in. You put like 8. You put like 8 in, right? Right? Let me cook, Flex. Smells big debate. NFC East fan chats have been, if the Eagles are 5-time NFL champions, do you think the 3 NFL championships should be recognized, or are the Eagles only 2-time champs? My eyes, the Eagles are 5-time champs. Are you going to try to deny this? Hold on here. Where is that? Oh, it's out in the hall. So my uncle was on the 1956 New York Giants World Championship football team. Are you really going to try to tell me that that doesn't count in Giant history where the NFL had champions back? Hey, you know what? There was football played in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. So that does count. You sound like a Cowboy fan. Well, you know, we only count from like, you know, we don't count the last 30 years. We only count the first 30. You sound like a Cowboy guy. They all count. Hey, tell Xander that. Hey, Xander, your 1960 national titles with Bear Bryant don't count. You know, there was no playoff. Those 5 titles that Bear won don't count. All right? They don't erase them from the record books of Alabama football. Bear Bryant didn't exist. Come on, man. Without Bear Bryant, there is no college football. You can't mention the name college football without saying Bear Bryant in it. You can't tell the history of the sport. You can't tell Lombardi's history. The trophy that you won a couple weeks ago without the Eagles. Who gave Lombardi the only loss in a championship game? Does anyone know in here? Does anyone know who gave Vince Lombardi his only loss in championship play? The Eagles. So you want to take a piece of that history away? That sounds like 49er guy, because they didn't win any NFL championships. They only won Super Bowls. Eagles are 5-time world champs. Not 2-time. They're 2-time Super Bowl champs. That's factually correct. But they're 5-time world champs. In my eyes, I don't know how you could debate that. When it take the championships away? That's a dumb argument, man. Hit the like button, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you very much, Big Red. 5-time world champs. Dude, I always looked at you as 5-time champs after you won your Super Bowl. You really only thought yourself as 2-time champs? That's obnoxious. So Xander's Alabama team is only 7-time champs instead of 12-time? Okay. Shit. Miami's got a shot at Alabama then. Because we're 5-time. Okay. I don't look at it that way. Bama and Notre Dame have the most. I just, you win the title? I don't give a shit what era it is. Philadelphia Eagles have won 5 world championships in their history. What was the year they started? 32? Yeah. Again, you know what that is? That's dummies on the internet who don't know what the hell they're talking about. All right. Hit the like button. We're going to go who's in and who's out. March 12th, this bitch starts. What do you think about Shannon Sharp's comment that the Eagles team wouldn't stand a chance against the Ravens 2000 team? First and foremost, the reason that he built that Ravens team the way he did, Ozzie Newsome, that's prior to the cap really being a big-time issue. Now, you don't have Suggs, you don't have Ray Lewis, and you don't have Ed Reed. Those two guys, Reed and Lewis, are arguably the best players in the history of the NFL at their respected positions. Their 2 defensive tackles were great. Their corners were exceptional. Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer, he's back there. I think Dion was back there too. I might be wrong. 122 likes. Guys, do me a favor. Let's see if we can get that puppy up there. Appreciate it. Trent Dilfer, I believe, is the quarterback on that team. Jalen's better than him. Jamal Lewis, I believe, was the running back. Barkley's better. I think the Eagle O-line is better. As a matter of fact, I would take that for a fact. The Eagle receivers were by far better. The tight end, okay, Sharp, probably. He's better than Goddard. Then again, I always thought Shannon Sharp was overrated. When you were watching those teams, those Denver Bronco teams, and those Raven teams, I remember one catch he had in the playoff. That was a big catch. I remember. I think it could have been the Super Bowl that he had a big catch. But Shannon Sharp, I don't remember him. I remember Jason Witten more than I remember him. I mean, I think he was a really good ball player. But, I mean, Suggs is better than any pass rusher you have on your team. Terrell Suggs is probably going to Hall of Fame. They didn't have Suggs or Reed on that first Super Bowl team. Shit, that makes it even more so that the Eagle. Hey, I'll tell you this. Since 2000, I actually did that. I ranked my favorite Super Bowl win teams. I'll tell you. Here. Since 2000. I don't even have that Ravens team on here. Here's who I ranked. At 10, I have the 2008 Steelers. At 9, I have the 2012 Rams. Actually, Ravens. At 8, I have the 2006 Colts. At 7, I have the Bucs 2020 team. At 6, I have the Eagles 2017 team. At 5, I have the Patriots 04 team. At 4, I ranked my favorite Super Bowls from 2000. I don't have the Ravens 2000 team on here. I got the Seahawks at 4, the 2013 team. 3, I got the Chiefs 2019 team. At 2, I have the Eagles 2024 team. And at 1, I got the Patriots 2016 team. So I'll read them down. I think the best Super Bowl team since 2000 is the Patriots 16 team. The Eagles 24 team is second. Chiefs 2019 team is third. The Seahawks 2013 team is 4. The Patriots 2004 team is 5. I got the Eagles 2017 team at 6. The Bucs 2020 team at 7. The Colts 2016 at 8. I got the Ravens 2000. I think the Ravens 2012 team is better than that 2000 team at 9. And I got the Steelers 2008 team at 10. I don't even have that 2010 team. Now, because they did a 30 for 30 on it, Shannon, because he's a media guy, got his brother in the Hall of Fame. His brother is not a Hall of Famer, but, last name now. I think the 12 team was better. Yeah, I look, of all the Super Bowl teams I've seen since 2000, the 16 team with the talent they had, with the depth they had, and with Brady in his prime and the way they played, I got the 16 Patriots team as the best Super Bowl team I've seen. Coaching staff, the head coach, the coordinators. And I put that Eagle team second, man. And I got the other Eagle team 6, the 17 team. I got 2 Eagle teams. How many? Patriots I got twice. Chiefs I only have once. Eagles I have twice. Those are the only teams that I got them in there. Okay? I mean, now look, let's see how this goes on further and how you look at, to me, the performance by the defense by the Eagles in the 24 Super Bowl or 25 Super Bowl here a couple weeks ago. Dude, that's as good as it gets. I mean, that's as good a performance as I've seen a football team perform defensively. I mean, they were sensational. Sills, rank the quarterbacks from that list. Come on, man. What are you talking? Why you go there, man? Name the quarterbacks off that. Rank the quarterbacks off that list. Let me see here, man. Quarterbacks off that list here. Come on, Pump. Not now, Pump. Do me a favor, guys. Please hit the like button. Thank you guys again. Supers go to the top. Pump, you know what? I'll do that tomorrow, not today. Pump, I'm going to write myself a note here. Let's see here. Let's go here with this here. Okay, Pump wants me to rank off my list here the quarterbacks. We'll do that tomorrow. Sterling Sharp getting into the Hall of Fame before Torrey Holt or Reggie Wayne is insane. Absolutely, man. No question about it. Shut that damn dog up. There you go. How you doing? How you doing? I don't have that, okay? Sorry, Stevie. I love you, baby, but it's all good. Hit the like button. Sue, even you. How you doing? All right. In or out? I saw In-N-Out Burgers moving out of California. Wonder why. Is it the taxes? Shit, my aunt screams at me every day to get the hell out of California. As does Xander. What are you doing in that fascist country? I feel like I'm living in the Czech Republic. When I live in California, I feel like I'm living in the Czech Republic. I don't even know if they have Czechoslovakia anymore. I have no idea. I have to get my map decoder ring out. Anyway, yeah, even you. So 4 p.m. is when the Celebrity Big Sills roast begins. I'm going to tell you one more time. You have to click to be a subscriber. These are the parameters. I'm not just letting anybody on here. You have to subscribe. If you're a member already, you're in the room. And it has to be super. We'll see who wants a shot at it. We'll see who wants a shot at the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl 60 with Big Sills here. It's a Super Bowl 60. How you doing? Hey, look at Xander. It really, isn't it? It's always the little shit dogs that end up screaming the loudest. Hey, but then again, it's always the guy who's the smallest guy in the room that always screams the loudest, is the most insecure guy in the room. All right, anyway, hit the like button. How you doing? All right, in or out? We're not talking hamburgers. We're not talking hamburgers or Sue. I couldn't help myself. Oh, man. Here we are. All right. Hit that like button. Don't forget, Xander Krause will join us at 3:30. 4:30 will be the Celebrity Roast Big Sills. Thank you, Flexin. I appreciate that, man. You know I love you too. I love the people who can take the ribbon and dish out the ribbon. I hate people who go, I can't make a win. You know how many people cry to Xander about me every day? You a big guy. Oh, you can make it. There you go. It's great. You mean Big Sileo? He's a big bad meanie. I got that guy from Cross-Dressing Broad, too. They left Sileo's guts on the CNN Situation Room floor. Really? Over a sports take? My guts are all over the Situation Room at CNN. I'm surprised anyone watches CNN. Now, let me guess. The Situation Room at CNN is a closet now, isn't it? They've downsized. Oh, no, Doge hasn't got a hold of them yet. All right, let me get to In-N-Out here. How you doing? Here we go. Let's start it out here. Oh, by the way, did I rank those two? I think I did. The top defensive free agents that will be out there. And we have cap casualties that I think are going to hit, that maybe there's some guys out there that the Eagles will be interested in. Yeah, we got a shitload of stuff here, man. So don't be stupid at 4 o'clock, okay? Look at Fat Man. I can make it. All right, we'll see what. Hey, one more time here. I'm going to lay this on you here. If you come in here and you ain't prepared, you're going to get crushed. I don't give a shit how much you put in. You better have your shit together. I'm going to get you. I'll check you out. Well, you think I've been around a little bit here doing this? I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to beat you up. Don't be afraid. Big Sills, come on in. 4 p.m. Eastern time. Come on. Let's see what kind of stonage you have. Yes, Sue, you too. Come on. Come on. I dare you. I don't think you got the couillons. I don't think you have the couillons. I just don't. Oh, wait. I love this. Look at my boy Anthony. You lucky I have a meeting. I've been waiting to cook your ass, Sills. Hang on. I knew a guy like this once. I told him I was going to kick his ass once. This is old Sills. Okay? Yes, I did throw a guy out of a building once. Okay, that's how I got thrown out of Maryland. You want to know it? I'm being transparent. I got thrown out by Bobby Ross. My aunt's watching the show. She hates when I mention that. I threw a guy out of a first-story window. That's, to my honor, that's the truth. Okay? I used to love those guys that people used to like say, Sills, if I was in that room with you, I'd beat your ass. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. My aunt hates me telling that. And unfortunately, Sue, it was over a woman too. Okay? Guy came up, I was talking to his chick, I guess. Anthony, you'll love this. I was talking to his chick. He was talking and, the guy tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "It's my girlfriend." I'm like, "Yeah, not tonight." And she's like, no, that's my girlfriend. I went, "Yeah, not tonight." That was old Sills. I've been married 35 years. It's like no good. It's over with. I'm like, it's done. I mean, man, look at this low bull. Yes, meningitis kicked your ass pretty easily. It sure did. Almost killed me. Congratulations. Very dark take, but it doesn't bother me. It's all good. Yes, sir, baby. Not tonight. Sills, didn't you do that? What was that? Where was that? Sills, didn't you do that in high school? No. I did that in my first year at Maryland. My aunt and my grandmother had to come down and talk to Bobby Ross to try to keep me in school because I threw the guy out of a window. The guy could have hit an air conditioning unit. I was so hammered I didn't know. I threw him and his two buddies almost out the window. I didn't get the other guy out. But his four friends wanted a piece of me, so I beat them all up. It's a true story. My wife saw me beat 5 guys up in a gym once. Dude, I'm a pacifist now. I don't do that shit anymore. Okay, I don't do that. I'm a nice guy now, man. I'm like, my aunt hates that old Dan. Okay, that's old Dan. I got a limp now. I'm overweight now. Hey, I'd have to get my daughter to fight people for me. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay, Francis. Yeah, the other guy next to me was an ass kicker too, man. Jerome Brown. What do you think they were afraid of us for? Okay, I mean, between Jerome and me, why do you think they were afraid of us? Betty don't like it. No, she doesn't want to be reminded that Maryland thing. Yeah. By the way, I got in so much trouble at Maryland. I played every game in the bowl game. They didn't give me my letter. To this day, I'm the only player that they ever denied their letter to. Yeah. I was a varsity letterman. They wouldn't give it to me because I was transferring. Crazy. It's okay. A lot of my friends are still there at Maryland. Kevin Glover and all them guys. I had a great time with them. I probably can't beat you in a fight. Wait. I not want to fight you, Anthony. You're 3 times my size, but I definitely will roast you in a sports debate. I love you, bro. Hey, Anthony, I do too, man. Anthony, you don't have to. Big Sills, Anthony, your daughter or son could beat me up now. My daughter challenges me in a fight. I don't know. Similar stories, Sills. Well, I'm not sure you and me are proud of him then. Yeah, Kevin Glover's a dear friend. By the way, you know what's crazy? I got a great picture of me playing against Kevin Glover, and we were teammates when we were at Maryland and in the pros because he played in Detroit and I was with the Bucks. Let's see if I can find that. Sileo Glover. He was a great set. He's a borderline Hall of Fame guy. Yeah, here it is. Here's the picture. That's me against Kevin Glover. I think you could see Glover's last name up there. That's when I was with the Bucks. It was I can't believe it was a night game. I don't know what the hell that is. But that's me. There's Kevin Glover there when he was with the Lions. That's Eric Andelsek, who passed away, who became friends. I played against Kevin. He was a great center. Like I said, borderline Hall of Famer. All right, guys, give me a total on the likes. Okay. Dude, it's one of my greatest. Hey, listen, I know. Hey, listen, Eagle Nest. I wouldn't believe that either if I didn't see it. I promise you, I wouldn't. If somebody told me I didn't do 250, I did 225. If somebody told me they did 225 71 times, I wouldn't believe it. My wife never lies about anything. She spotted me. It's honest to God. It's the greatest. Besides my 626, 625 bench, that's the highest I ever got. My 71 at 225 was probably the other sickest thing I ever did in the weight room. The 820 squat was pretty good, but I did that in a squat suit. Bring her on? No. My wife doesn't do media. Bro, there's one picture of her when she was a kid. She didn't like her picture taken. She's not an obnoxious human being like me. Well, in private she is. And she hates publicity and she hates hornblowers. I have no idea how she married me. Okay. Let me see here, Prince. What'd you say? You said you did 275 dumbbells. I don't know, bro. You had me until then. I did 275. I used to do that part of my workout every Monday and Friday. 275 dumbbell presses, 3 sets of 3. I did that all the time. Kick them up on my thighs, push them back, and pull them up. Easily. Not easily, but I did that. Obviously, somebody spotting under me. Dude, I don't lie about my weightlifting. All you have to do is ask people. I hold records that are 40 years old still. I mean, and by the way, it's documented. Hey, look at this thing. This is great. Then we're going to get to in and out, I promise you. Where are we on the likes? Here. This is pretty cool, actually. UM's got this board up that they put up here. So here are the two. There I am down there at 405. I thought it was 420. Dan Sileo, 1983. That's a freshman record. That's the 400 bench club at the University of Maryland. It's the 400 bench club. 400 bench club. I don't know if you guys can see it. 400 bench club. And here's the other one here. And this is the University of Miami's. Right there, I did 535. See if I can make that bigger. Yeah, right there, the 535. That's 38 years ago. How you doing? You would think you could get a guy in there to beat my record. Shit, it's 40 years ago. How you doing? Liar and a hater. Just keep getting worse. Arthur, what are you talking about, Jackwagon? Senor, that's in 53. Hey, that's right. That's right. All right, in and out. Here we go. Hit the like button, guys. Once again, you have to be a member. You have to hit that subscribe button. And it has to be in a super. Starts at 4. Right now, I'm tentatively going to 445. If you guys make it a good segment, even you, Sue, we'll go to 5. All right? Because I don't trust. Hey, by the way, I'm going to give you the Xander treatment. I put Xander on once a week at one time. I didn't know he was going to be good. I didn't realize he'd be the best guy we had on, including Barrett Brooks. I'd rather have Xander on than Barrett Brooks. And I love Barrett. Who's the guy? Harry? What was Harry's last name? What was that guy Harry's name? Who was he terrible? Yeah. That guy has been on the air at 97.5 and on WIP. He's terrible. Yeah. Holy cow. Harry. My favorite things Andrew used to tell me back in the day. I don't know what to talk about. Really? It's evident. Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. Big Sills take shots at everyone. How you doing? Yeah, where's Dick Train? Is he ain't in here? Dick Train ain't in here. He can't be in here. He ran from me. Another cowardly lion. Hit the like button. In and out. We're finally getting to it here. Here we go. All right. Let's start this puppy off with Josh Sweat, who made $10 million in 2024. In or out? Big Sills checks out. He'll probably get $20 to $22 million. So, Super Bowl champs lose the defensive player of the Super Bowl in Josh Sweat. We agree, right? That if there was a defensive award for the Super Bowl, Sweat would have won it. So what we'll do here is we'll just do this. Super Bowl MVP defensively, Josh Sweat, out. Off the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Josh Sweat, out. There's a hole. Brandon Graham, $4 million in or out. He's got an asterisk. Retired. I would tell you this. Because of losing Josh Sweat, that $4 million ain't that bad to me. Hold on here. You lose Josh Sweat at $4 million? Or no, excuse me, at $10 million? And you go to Brandon Graham and you go, why don't you come back for $3 million with incentives? I might keep his ass. That ain't a bad rotation piece. Plus, it's a little, it gives you a little security, doesn't it? Okay. But I'm going to say, out for Brandon Graham. So you lose leadership and you lose a depth piece at edge. So far you lost in the first two in and outs. You lost your starter and some depth at edge, right? Okay. On the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. All right. Hit the like button, freaks. Zach Bond. In or out? $3.5 million he made last year. In or out? In. 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 Okay. Everyone says in. In at 14. Okay. Do they offer him a deal before March 12th? That's when he's officially a free agent. How many days is that until like March 12th? What is it, 20 days? So in the next 3 weeks, you think Howie Roseman's going to offer him a deal a $53 million deal, 3 years, $53 million. Tick tock, tick tock. Hey, Tony, I hope so's not a strategy. Okay? I hope so's not a strategy. Where are you going here? Is Zach Bond, are you offering him a $53 million contract? I think that's the number Xander landed on. It's not all. No, dude, he could get probably north of that. Let me ask you this. What if the Detroit Lions, who have cap room, come in and offer Zach Bond that deal and the Eagles don't? And then Detroit lands Myles Garrett. And they put, by the way, did you hear Aiden Hutchinson? Aiden Hutchinson said that Myles Garrett and him are talking about teaming up. They've talked about it. Google it. They've had conversations already about potentially doing this thing together in Detroit. What if they land on Bond? You get Zach Bond in the middle, and then in the edges, you've got Aiden Hutchinson and Myles Garrett. That might be a little nervous. That might look good. So he offers him, okay, my take, I think he's in with an asterisk. I think you're not signing him by March 12th. I think his agent, with any common sense, will see what he's worth. I don't think the Eagles mind it. By the way, I'm not saying they don't want him back. And I'm not saying Zach Bond doesn't want to be back. But, hey, people put their houses on the open market. They just don't go to a guy coming up to them going, hey, I'll give you $1 million for your home. You put it on the market, you find out the house is worth $1.7 million. Deal's off. Deal's off. You tell me. So I'm going to put an asterisk of in. But I think it's 50-50. He's an Eagle in 20. What do you think the percent? I think it's 50-50 he's an Eagle. I think that's pretty high that he's an Eagle. Because there's going to be 3 stupid teams that are going to entice him. They're going to offer him a lot more money and sign. They're going to offer him a lot more security. What if the team comes in and offers him 4 years? Team like the stupid-ass Jets. New Orleans can't do shit. By the way, there's going to be a ton of cuts in New Orleans coming up before March 12th. We're going to talk about those as well. Forrest said, heard 3 years, $40 million. Stupid money's coming, Sills. William, I happen to agree. Francis, I'm with you. Right now, there's still people circling the parade route. Are probably going to say 70-30 Bonds back. But me, having signed NFL contracts and agents on the kind of dicks they are, they're going to get you out there on the market because they want to see what their client. How do you know that agency, like Jimmy Sexton? You know why Jimmy Sexton and that agency, CA, why do you think the agent wants Zach Bond on the market? Any idea? Any idea why Jimmy Sexton, who's one of the top agents, okay? He's one of the top agents in the NFL. Okay? Why do you think they want him on the open market? Agent gets a bigger cut. Bidding war. Market value, Sills. Kyle. So that when his linebacker that one of his other guys has, well, they gave Zach Bond. Because here's what they're doing now when it comes to Josh Sweat. Howie Roseman can never re-sign Josh Sweat. Why? You gave an edge rusher $51 million, guy. Are you really going to give Josh Sweat $18.5 and more money than that stiff you have on your current roster? Bryce Huff screws over the re-signing of Josh Sweat because Howie can't justify paying him less. They play the same position. Bryce Huff stops you from signing Josh Sweat. Okay? Sweat's on his 3rd contract. Sweat was the second best player on the field, maybe the best player on the field on Super Bowl Sunday. Whatever. Okay? Yeah, Bryce Huff's $51 million deal to a guy who never was an every down player. Streaky? Well, you tell me this, Yale. What's Bryce Huff? If Josh Sweat's streaky, what's Bryce Huff? And let's see this: 11 sacks, 6.5, and 10. So in the last 3 years, this is what my boy Yale calls streaky. Josh Sweat's had 27 sacks in the last 3 years as an Eagle. That's streaky? Okay. Sil's wearing black for his roast, says Senorita. What's Nick's new contract? Seahawks, Bills, Lions, Ravens, 49ers, Rams, Chargers, Steelers, and Broncos make more. They'll probably pay him $10 million. Ain't making that guy the highest paid head coach. He's replaceable in Philly. They've proven it. They're not going to make – he doesn't – you know why they paid Belichick $20 million in New England? Bill ran the personnel department. Bill hired all the coaches. Bill picked all the players. And Bill put the defense together. And Bill developed Brady. You know what's funny about everyone saying that Belichick had 4 starting quarterbacks in the NFL starting at one time that he had drafted. So when people say he doesn't know what he's doing on the offensive side, one year he had Jacoby Brissett starting. He had Mac Jones starting. He had Jimmy Garoppolo starting. And he had Tom Brady starting. All 4 guys started in his organization because he had drafted them. Talk to me. Hey, those guys all were at one time starting at the same time. And then he took a guy like Matt Castle who had never started a down at Southern Cal. Took him in the last round, and he ended up winning a division title in Kansas City. And he went 11-5 one year in New England when Brady got hurt and hurt his knee against Kansas City in the opener. Don't tell me that guy doesn't know what he's doing. Stupid people talking dumb. Bill knew exactly what he was doing. Brady was an exceptional exception. You understand that? Brady is the exceptional exception. Nobody thought shit of him at Michigan. Not even Lloyd Carr. How many times did they try to give that job to Drew Henson in Ann Arbor? He couldn't even beat out Brian Greasy when they won a split of the national title. I mean, he's the exceptional exception. And how people did not see that. What makes the quarterback position the most difficult position to evaluate. You know why Jalen Hurts has a lot of comments about him? Because they can't identify what he is. People couldn't identify what Tom Brady was for 4 years at Michigan. They had no idea what they were seeing. No idea. Nothing. They didn't even the only person that believed him was Belichick. That guy had something different. Dude, that's a gut feeling. That's not strategy. If Jets cut Reddick, would you bring him back? I don't want that bullshit in my locker room. They got a locker room right now. I don't need any assholes in my locker room like Michael Parsons or this guy. Podcaster you know? I mean, all that shit, you can do that shit after you're done playing ball and stuff. I don't need you trying to make news in the off week or, on the bye or in a Tuesday player's day off where you're barking about my coach or some shit. Michael Parsons is not a very good teammate. He takes unwarranted shots at his coach and his teammates and then glazes over the Eagles and other organizations. He makes himself look like a dick. I wouldn't want that in my locker room. That's one thing I give the Eagles credit for. The only guy that kind of gets his feathers in a bind when the targets don't come his way is A.J. Owens. Outside of that, they got a good clubhouse. Nobody bitches at one another. They're all pulling in the same row, and they're all pulling together. The difference between the Cowboys and the Eagle guys, they don't want to be TV stars. They want to be football stars. When you're in Dallas, you want to be a TV star or a celebrity like Micah playing the NBA All-Star game. Oh, by the way, that was great. The NBA All-Star game got as many views and TV ratings as the NFL touch football game did. I'm telling you to cancel that at 4.7 viewers. The NBA, that was their all-star signature game for all their talented guys. They got the same ratings as NFL guys running around half drunk playing tag football. The Nationalist Basketball Association. It's not the National, it's the Nationalist. Hey, it's Tuesday. I got to take a day off. Load management. Oh, it's Thursday, It's the 5th day, I got to, hey, Bob, get my Mito. Okay, it's the end of the month. I got to have load management. Give me my Mito. Hey, yeah, that'll go over well. No wonder people hate the Sixers in Philly. The star doesn't play. The players don't want to play. And the owner's a jerk. Sills, whoever makes the first move between Bond and Howie loses. Whoever flinches, Howie will sit tight and let the league set the price tag. That means you're good. So, according to you, Bob, you don't think he sends him a contract offer prior to March 12th. Okay? All Howie can do is a talk to me before signing argument. I do not believe Zach Bond wants to leave Philly. You know what I think Zach Bond wants in his heart? Get around the number. Dude, coming back to a good environment, a good team, and coaches wide. Get this. Let me tell you something, man. You know the most nauseating thing there is to do? When you're an established player, you know why players don't like turnover in coaching? And they fight for their coaches? Because you don't want to have a new guy walk in who doesn't know you from a can of paint. And you got to go out there and reprove yourself. Your latitude and your runway is not as long with new people. Dude, if you're a 7-year vet or a 6-year vet and you got the same coach in the building, it's 70 to 80% chance that you're coming back the next year. You get a new regime in there, dude, I don't care who you are. There's a shot you could be moved. Look at Aaron Rodgers. The Jets were willing to eat $39 million on their cap in dead money because the new coach wanted to make a move. Hey, I think Zach again. I think he's got here. Let me show you this. I'll do this list here with Xander in a bit. I'll finish that thing up, but I want to show you this. Here's going to be cap casualties. And plus new regimes. So, Deebo Samuel. Too much money. Brock Purdy is getting Deebo Samuel cut. Brock Purdy already got Javon Hargrave cut. The two dudes that they designated that they were going to move. Remember, the Eagles didn't spend more money on Bryce Huff last year and up the payroll. They just gave him Hassan Reddick's salary and $1.5 million more. That's it. I think Hargrave, they want him back. I do think that. Okay? Matt D, it could be like CJ Garner-Johnson 22 deal. Howie will offer 14, 16 million for 2 to 3 years with big guaranteed options, bonuses 3 to 4. Is CJ Bond takes less? Something like that, maybe. Matt D, hit the like button. I appreciate it. Here's another guy who's going to be Hey, James Jones, are you in here? You may not want to hear this. Marshawn Lattimore may be a cap casualty. Why? Because if they cut that dude after June 1, they're going to save $18 million already on a cap where they got $97 million in cap space. And there's how you get Myles Garrett in the building and potentially somebody else. If you whack him after June 1, you save almost $20 million, okay, on your salary cap for Adam Peters. That's big money, right? And you can make big moves. Lattimore was in and out of the lineup. Personally, AJ ate him up. AJ ate that guy up. And I think if you're Washington, you're like, I don't know, man. That matchup didn't look like it was when he was down in New Orleans, did it? Because every time AJ was on the field, Lattimore had no answers for him. And you really think I'm going to pay that kind of money for that? I may whack it. He may be a cap casualty here. Cameron Jordan, New Orleans. Get this number. So he's entering his 15th season. He's a great player. He's probably a Hall of Fame player. If you cut this dude after June 1, you're going to save $20 million on the worst cap team in the league. They're $54 million over the cap. You want to save some more money in New Orleans for the brand new head coach? You cut Derek Carr's ass. Right now, if you were to cut him today, February 20th, Derek Carr would cost the Saints $51.5 million in dead cap money. If you cut him after June 1, that number goes to 21. It's more manageable. So you save money in that process. Plus, Derek Carr? Really? You're not going anywhere with Derek Carr. Why in the world would I pay him $30 million to do what? Finish 7-10? Here's another one. Tyler Lockett, the Seattle receiver. If you whack this guy, you'll save $17 million on your cap. Want to go get Myles Garrett? Go get him. Hey, be prepared for this, Chicago Bear fans. TJ Watt may be whacked. They may fire TJ Watt in this whole process. You know, Edmonds and him? Hey, why am I paying all those guys $100 million in salaries when we suck? I mean, there's going to be some cap casualties here. This is where, again, your boy, Roseman parachutes in, and this dude ends up managing that cap to where, get this, I can't remember ever words where Howie's ever been questioned on that cap. Can you? I don't ever remember that. All right. Top of the hour. All right. Listen here. We got guidelines. We got rules. We're going to do this thing. And believe you me, I am going to come down on you like a rain of terror if you are not good when you come into this show at the top of the hour. I mean, you are going to think you were hit by a thunderbolt. You are either going to hit the subscribe button, a super chat, or already a member. You get 3 minutes of your garbage. Okay? And you Stu Nods, even you, Sue, get an opportunity to, I did have a pretty bad year. Okay? That team actually did a really good job at proving me wrong. And I said I'd put your ass on. All right. I know most of you are still circling around the parade there at Broad. It's okay. Hit that like button. Supers go to the top. Let's bring him on now. We're going to go in and out with him. He is also going to make sure he navigates some of you Stunads at the top of the hour. He is our boy, Big Z, Xander Krause.
What's up, Big Sills?
How you doing, Xander? Just for a PSA, a public service announcement. First thing Xander said to me this morning was, Hey, numbnuts, we're supposed to do this yesterday, not today.
No, tomorrow, I said, right?
Yeah, tomorrow, man.
I
And
thought it
I'm
was
going,
Friday. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be Friday, but it wasn't.
yeah,
That's
there
all
I
right.
was promoting it, man. So here we go.
You delayed it long enough. I mean, you delayed it long enough. So.
You and Sue, right?
By the way, I might have to clip that little sentence you just said before I came on. I don't know if I've ever heard you say that.
What's
Do
that?
you remember what it was?
That it wasn't a great year.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
But in a way,
it wasn't a great year. It wasn't a great year, Sills. It's okay to admit it.
Wait. But in the end, I'm glad they proved me wrong.
You know, with all love, okay, with all love. Easily your worst year in 4 years of predictions. In terms of predictions, not in terms of content and show and that.
Yeah.
But you were off the mark.
Dude, Barkley sucked. Let's see here.
No, I'll let the people pile on.
I'll always be right on the 4K, but that turned out not to be a factor. Hey, real quick, I heard you in a conversation with so the Kevin Patullo thing. Let me ask you one last time on this.
Yeah, you're good.
You don't, no concerns at all with that. I mean, listen, I'm good. Or how about this one? Let me phrase it different. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because you know why? Their track record is too many head coaches have been hired in the last 4 years versus one shit year where a guy was blown out. So I'm going to give them the benefit. There's too many guys who got jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, to say I have zero concern, I think would be a reach. And I think it would be, if you say that, you're probably living in a little bit of Eagle land, which is fine. I mean, you're coming off a Super Bowl championship. I get it. But to say you have zero concern, I think is unfair. But where I feel good is that, I do think Jalen's going to have more say in this thing moving forward. And I think that's going to be your stability, Sills. You talk about stability all the time, and it doesn't appear it's going to happen. All right, 5 years you've been here. We've had instability every year, whether we win or we lose. And that seems to be inevitable. So I think Jalen's going to take it into his own hands a little bit more. And I think actually Patullo is a sign that they're going to do that, right? He has been here for 4 years. So he was here with Shane. He was here with Brian. And he was here with Kellen. He saw 2 Super Bowl appearances. He saw the collapse. So I think they're going to have a better understanding than people think. But where I have concern is I think there's an intra-game knack for play calling and feeling the moment and stuff like that I think he's going to have to prove. But, the way I reason with that is that I think Jalen's going to – those are the moments I think Jalen will take it in his own hands, where he's going to have to survey the line of scrimmage and the defense and what they're running and the coverages that they're in and all sorts of those things. And he's done a lot better job at it this year, certainly got a lot better at it late in the year. So I think you're going to be good from that front. And, yeah, I think they've earned the benefit of the doubt for sure.
The only thing that I'll say with Jalen is how much are you going to improve as a starting quarterback under that same offensive system you had a year ago?
Right.
I mean, do you think he grew last year as a quarterback? Or
I think he grew as a player. I do.
As a player, but again, when I look at, remember, like you said, I said it from day one, that guy has not improved the passing game. Now, it's not a factor today. On February 20th, Xander, you're the world champs. It's not a factor. But the evolution of the offense has to continue. Brady said it every year he was in New England. He had to evolve the offense because people were going to start becoming predictable on what we were going to do. Remember, I don't think you have to evolve offenses every year to the point where you're changing the entire landscape of everything. I just think you have to keep bringing the unpredictability of your offense year in and year out. I'll tell you why I think you had great success this year. Nobody in a million years ever thought the Eagles were just going to dump going to AJ and Devontae and not throw the ball. And all of a sudden they ran it with Barkley. It changed up exactly everything they did a year ago. You made a comment yesterday that's right on. Jalen Hurts has never been a consistent player 2 years in a row. It's been 4 different Jalen Hurtses.
Right.
Okay? There's been growth of a rookie. You can't ever. You ever noticed 21 year? I never take a shit on it because
that was more impressive year than he gets credit for.
Yeah, because he grew into a starter.
He grew, and the team wasn't so damn good around. I mean, he was throwing the ball to Queasy Watkins.
They were still saying in the offseason, remember they had 2 first-rounders. Then all of a sudden 22 came. That went away. They traded one of those for AJ, and the whole thing changed. I mean, 22 changed the whole mentality of the way they saw him. I tell you, going into 22, they didn't know if he was the guy. Nobody did.
Dude, let's not play revisionist history here. Okay. They wanted Deshaun Watson.
And Russell Wilson had a 3-year deal.
They wanted Deshaun Watson to the point of they were close to what the Browns gave up. Think about that. Think about what the Browns gave up. And then think about the Eagles being close. The only thing that really stopped it was Deshaun is friends with Jalen and said, I'm not going to take his position in Philly. So, I love the people who play revisionist history and act like everybody was sold except for the haters like Sileo and the people he put on CNN and all whatever that clip was. There's a lot of revision with Jalen Hurts. And I get it. I was a part of it as well at some point. But no, I mean, he's been way different, and I think that's going to be I think that's a positive. I mean, I think that's a good thing moving forward. That it's going to be in Jalen's hands. Kind of take control of this thing, and I see Charlie Swift in the comments, and I don't disagree with Charlie Swift. All right, I'm a businessman, so I understand it. Like Charlie's like, we have a $200 million offense, and you're giving me a fucking beginner. I mean, that doesn't compute in the head, right? You're going to start a Fortune 500 company and raise $100 million and hire a rookie to be a CEO? No. You're not going to do that. No. So I get where Charlie's coming from, but
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. No, Charlie's not wrong. But, where I think Charlie has a chance to be wrong in the future in terms of it working out better than he's given credit for. And he's not saying it's not going to work out. I think he's just analyzing the situation. And I certainly see both sides of it. What I do think is a little overblown, and perhaps, John convinced me on this, is I don't know if the play calling thing matters as much when you have a quarterback that is going to start to take more control at the line of scrimmage. Like, did you ever worry about the play caller with Peyton Manning or Tom Brady? And I'm not saying Jalen's at that level. No. I'm just saying if the goal is for him to acclimate to that point, then he's going to have to get better at it too. And I think that's what happened a little bit last year as well.
Here's my problem with Jalen, though. Jalen's still an infant in playing the quarterback position. He just learned last year how to set protections. I mean, we're not talking about a seasoned dude here.
Yeah, right. I got you.
We're talking then you bring in a guy again who's never had a play. Why did they ask Jeff Stoutland to be the offensive coordinator?
I don't think they see him as that, and I don't think the whole league sees him as that.
So you see a guy in your building who's never called plays as the guy, but you don't see Stoutland.
Yeah, but
the head run coordinator with a 2,000-yard back last year. You don't see that guy as the play caller?
Well, I think there's some nuance to it. I mean, does Jeff Stoutland want to be an offensive coordinator? Has he ever, aligned his career to try and become an offensive coordinator? It doesn't really seem like it for me because I feel like he's been so successful. If that was what he wanted, he could have got his. You know how it works, Sills.
You think he could? You think they approached him at all and maybe had?
I don't know. My point with I don't know if he wants it is like he's got an agent. His agent knows how he's talked about in the league around Philly. If he wanted to become an offensive coordinator, he could easily get his agent to plant it to Schefter. Hey, boost my guy up as he wants to become an offensive coordinator. I don't think he ever wanted to be.
If he wanted to be an offensive coordinator, Jeff Stoutland would be somewhere else.
Maybe. Okay?
Because, dude, of all the guys on that staff, to me, the two guys that had the greatest year as coaches were Vic Fangio. The two old guys had the best years. And it just seems to me those two guys don't want to go anywhere, do anything. They're pretty happy in their own sandbox.
Yep.
They don't want to do any shit.
There might be a lesson in that, Big Show.
The lesser guy got the job in New Orleans.
There might be a lesson in what you just said. The older dudes are happy where they are happy where their feet are, and they're maximizing their role in that position. There might be some truth in that.
Amen. Right? Amen.
I got you.
You know why? I tell people this all the time. You know why Barkley doesn't go to ESPN or those other places? Because TNT has his back. He can say whatever he wants on that fucking show. They're not going to ever fire him. All
What
right,
do you think's about to happen on this segment? I'm really curious. I talked to the great people of JAKIB Nation after games and the post game show. I've done shows where I bring the people on. I know what to expect from the knuckleheads. I don't know if I know what to expect when you open up the Thunderdome on the National Football Show. I'm curious to see how the chat guys handle it. I'm curious to see how Big Sills handles it. Will he allow somebody to trample him? I don't think so. What will happen on this segment?
You better be prepared, and you better not get the sphincter muscle tight, because you're going to – hey, you guys think you're going to run me over?
Yeah,
you better have your takes right. You better have it positioned correctly, because you know what I will do? I will roll up my sleeves. I will just dive in.
Yeah, baby.
Even you, Sue. I will go knee deep on
everybody's toast. You hear that? You hear that, everybody? Tony Zay, are you ready? Oh, Anton, you better abide by Sileo's rules, Anton, or else you're going to be axed from the program.
Listen, and let me tell you, if you're a mumbler, you're going to get annihilated. I don't care. You better not have video mumbling.
I don't want any audio only. Anton, Sileo has made a rule that it is his show, my friend. So right now, Anton as a gray will not be in. We got a lot of grays reaching out, Sills. And if without a super chat, without a membership, Sileo is axing it.
Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing something in my 38 years of broadcasting I've never done. And I'm not just going to do it here that doesn't support. Man. By the way, folks, just so you know, I kind of do get it, but I know way I don't, but I do. Anyway, this supports us, what I'm doing here. The subscriptions, the supers, all of that.
Oh, did you, Anton? My bad. I missed it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Supports it.
I got you.
By the way, too, I don't want to hear any crying after I kick your – hey, let me say this to you. You are the Super Bowl champ. Don't make me the big Sills champ.
You're right. Yo, Philly, if you go soft on me, if everybody in this chat goes soft on Sills,
I'm not going to have to come in and save you.
I mean, I had to deal with a guy the other day who sent a super chat trying to shred Sileo. Sileo rips him back, and he's crying wolf. I'm like, you should have entered the Thunderdome, my dude, if you wanted to have a peaceful afternoon. So same thing here. If you're coming into the Thunderdome, you better be able to handle it, because I'm not about to deal with a bunch of dudes crying.
No crying.
Snowflakes.
Dude, let me tell you something. Big Sills and the show here in JAKIB, there's no crying in JAKIB Sports.
No snowflakes.
Even you, so. All right. Let me do this here. Oh, what's that? We got Brian. What is this, Brian? What do we got going here?
Brian,
Sills is the
thunderstorm helmet behind your high school.
That's my grandfather's fireman's helmet.
No, not that one. The one at the top next to the Miami helmet.
Yeah, that's the Canadian team.
The Canadian team. What's the name of the team, though? I got a couple of those comments.
Thunder. The Thunder.
Oh, the Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder. Yeah, that's my grandpa's fire helmet.
I guess the logo up there is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. By the way, the jerseys were exactly the Seahawks wear them now.
Yo, Brian, what's the matter? You were ripping on my fleece. You don't like my JAKIB Ralph Lauren nice fleece?
I actually love that thing.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Listen, leave it to the chat nerds to try and tell me how to dress too. I mean, good night. Good night.
Did you beat up John McMullen today?
No, I didn't. We actually had a fun ass show today talking about Myles Garrett. Yo, are you giving up 2 1s in Nolan? Would you do it?
Dude, well, do you expect to be picking at 32?
No.
All right.
No.
I rethought about what I said too about Nolan, because I brought up 3 days ago about Nolan. The Browns are going to want that, but I don't know him. Dude, I think they would want Becton more.
So you want to trade back? Well, I mean, listen.
Trying to trade.
Offensive line makes sense, but I don't know. I'm not going Nolan. And John's like, you're crazy. I mean, you're talking about Myles Garrett here. I mean,
he's right.
I know he's right, but I think there is something to being disciplined in this approach when you're talking about creating a dynasty. I mean, I get it. It's a great name, and I'm not saying we wouldn't be great, all right, with Myles Garrett. In fact, did you hear AJ Brown today?
No, but wait a minute. Nolan Smith in a conversation here on February 20th in a deal for potentially Myles Garrett is a place I never thought I would be talking about putting that kid in a conversation. So it's kudos to him. You know what that does too? It raises his market value back up to being where if you're talking with Cleveland about sending an asset like that to Cleveland with some ones, bro, you now have saved. Last year, Nolan Smith was not the 30th pick. He was a third rounder at best. Now he is underdrafted.
Oh, wow.
Okay, he's a 15 guy now, somewhere near
5 sacks in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, he's playing lights out. I wouldn't give up Nolan, but I get it. I get, did you hear AJ Brown today?
No.
I think that came out after your show started. I was just looking around. He was on like there's that guy, that guy Destroying, his name is like DEE. Yeah. So he has a podcast now, and he had AJ Brown on. It was really good. I didn't have a chance to hear the whole thing yet because I've been obviously working and producing and stuff. But, they asked him who's one guy you'd want to come to Philly this offseason, and he immediately said Myles Garrett. Now, here's the thing. He said, all I think about is Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Myles Garrett on that D line. Nobody would stop him. So I don't think, he was saying with Nolan Smith. He wasn't saying get rid of Nolan Smith, obviously. Now AJ's not going to be.
Well, then the next guy up would be Cooper DeJean.
Oh,
one of your boys, dude.
Nah, dude, stop. That's a Sileo thing.
Wait, no. What do you think they're going to ask for?
Dude, here's the thing. Jeffrey Lurie loves Cooper DeJean. That was a Jeffrey Lurie pick.
Okay, I'm just saying. They're going to want some. Do you think they're going to go 2-1 to Tyler Steen? That's not happening.
Ed Kratz today. We had Ed Kratz. I love Ed Kratz. He's one of my favorite guests we have on Birds. All right. He pulled a U today. We were talking about this with Nolan, and he said, let me throw out another name. Guess what he said?
Who?
He said AJ.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And John goes, you guys are fucking nuts. You don't want to trade Nolan Smith, but you'll trade a Hall of Fame wide receiver. I was cracking up. It was a hilarious show.
Well, if you're going to stick to the offense that you have,
that's what.
And what I would do is, if you're going to stick to the offense you have, and you see T. Higgins out there, I'd get T. Higgins for $25 million, bring him in, put him on the other side there, have him as a decoy too. If I'm going to run the ball with Kevin Patullo the way I think they're going to run the ball, and you could get me, and that lands me Myles Garrett on the other side. Yeah. Hey, remember something.
That's crazy.
We're talking the best of the best. Myles Garrett's the best player on the Eagles if he were on the Eagles. That clues Lane.
That Myles Garrett's the best player in football.
Yes.
I don't think there's a guy better in the world at football.
So when we're talking about that, we're not doing this. Hey, you know that guy Trey Hendrickson? I'd trade him for AJ. That's not where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Okay, I'm happy we agree on that.
Even Max Crosby, I'm not.
I do think I'm with you. I do think that context is worth getting out there. Like, Myles Garrett is that good. This is not Matt Crosby's great. Hendrickson's great. Micah Parsons are all awesome. All right, all great.
I'm not trading AJ for him.
Myles Garrett is a different beast, but I don't know. I feel pretty good because I look at where we're at and I'm like, we just want
to. Now, you're right from yesterday. You went, Sills, do you want to really rip the script up? Or do you want to play the script to see how this thing evolves and evaluates and evolves into what they do next? Can you imagine another year with Vic?
How about this?
With these young players? Okay, I mean,
what about 3 months? Here?
I'm not giving 3 months up. That's too much of my future.
Yeah, but Sills, if you listen, hear me out on this, and this is where I think Brandon might be onto something. And obviously, a lot of things have to go your way, but if you get Myles Garrett added to this defense, okay, to replace Josh Sweat, and you have Josh, you have Jordan Davis, you have Jalen Carter, and you have Nolan Smith as on that defense. Remember, all of your secondaries under contract. Let's assume for a second to get Zach Bond back. We're going to have the 32nd pick next year too, and the year after that maybe, or 28 to 32. So you're looking at 3 end of the first round picks where, let's be real here. If you win multiple Super Bowls in the next 5 years, okay, That's something that people talk about 50 years from now.
31, 3 ones, man. You said something yesterday.
I don't know.
Oh, 2 days ago.
It's a lot, but
Let me tell you what you said, and I think you ran over it and didn't know what you said, and you're dead on with it.
I do that a lot.
Let me tell you that, yeah, because you know what? Stay on some of these, man, because this is great. Last year was the first time the 49ers had to deal with the massive disaster of Trey Lance, of not having multiple players at multiple positions,
Right.
where if somebody failed, Howie Roseman had so much runway last year off of Bryce Huff because of him bombing that Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt stepped in and played. It saved his ass. That's the runway he had. Well, 3 ones, dude. Sorry, you're not getting around that. If somebody blows up, you have a Trent Williams hurt. You have a Deebo Samuel hurt. You have a Brandon Ayuk hurt. And you don't have replacements off them ones, you're going to feel the impact. 49ers last year felt the impact of that big time off of that Trey Lance.
Yeah, and the thing with the 3 ones that I don't get, and believe me, it's too rich for me. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't do it, but I just wanted to entertain it. Here's what I don't get. Like, why would people say yes to 2 ones and a great player? Talking about Cooper DeJean, that's a first round value.
Because that player looks like, and it's being evaluated, he's a sure thing. Picks aren't sure things. Dude,
that's what I'm saying to the people, though. Why would they be
gamble on the ones
in a player versus 3 ones? I mean,
bro, the gamble, though, on the picks is like a stock market. You don't know if that stock's going to go up or down when you draft them. They could be Andre Dillon or Lane Johnson. Yeah. You have no idea if that could be.
Look, I ended the segment this morning with I'm out because I think it's too rich with where we are. I feel too good about the team. I don't want to mortgage movement,
I think.
I think it's just, I think you're in a position of power in terms of you have everything and you're this good. And you're going to sacrifice a lot of those future building blocks that will set this team up, forget for 3 years, but you're talking about 5+ years. I mean, if you draft well the next 3 years, I think you sacrifice that. I think you make that window a lot shorter. And for that reason, I'd have to bow out. But, I hear A.J. Brown, who is, as John mentioned, a Hall of Fame level wide receiver, one of the best players on our football team, arguably the best player on our football team. And he goes, yeah, I want Myles Garrett. It's hard for me to sit here and say, I don't want Myles Garrett.
There's very few dudes on that Eagle team I wouldn't trade for him. I'd have a tough time getting off of Mulata. I'd have a tough time getting off of Hurts.
Would you go Smitty?
What?
Would you go Smitty? Keep AJ?
For Myles?
And 2 ones or whatever.
Yeah. 2 ones. Yeah.
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 I probably wouldn't.
Smitty, here. Smitty, Jordan Davis. Man, I'm not touching any of them O-line guys.
No,
I'm just not getting.
Kyle says Landon Dickerson. No way.
No way.
No way. I'm with LJ or with not LJ, whatever his name is here. Jay Ruiz. I understand both sides. It sucks. I agree. It's tough situation, but we'll see. Howie will make the right move is what I feel good about.
Before I'm going to take a timeout at the top of the hour here.
Yeah. Are we am I getting off now? You're going to get these people
No,
off?
not yet. Not yet. Cause I got a question for you.
All right.
Tonight, 4 nations, Team USA versus Canada.
I'm pumped.
Tonight, baby. Hey, you see what I posted on my X? I posted that Herb Brooks.
Yeah, I tweeted it out today.
I posted that thing when he got in there, man, and he did such a great job acting with Herb Brooks. I've talked to Herb, man. I'm friends with Jim Craig.
I wish we could get Herb on. Yeah,
If I can get Jim Craig on.
I don't know why I've told you repeatedly. I have
Mike
camera. I have a plaque on my wall right there of Jim Craig and the Miracle Team. Jim Craig was one of my all-time favorites because I was a goalie as a kid. So Martin Brodeur was my goalie, and Jim Craig. Now Jim Craig obviously was before my time, but I love the movie Miracle so much. People don't understand. When I was a kid, I used to just watch Miracle. I didn't like movies. I liked Miracle. That's it. I used to just watch Miracle all the time. But I love Jim Craig.
You know who took that picture of me and Bobby Orr was Jim Craig. We were watching the Bruins play the Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. I got to show. I want before we do this. Hang on. I want to show you this. So I'm sending you this right here, and I just text you it. Okay, you're gonna love this. So pick up the text. You can look at that text when you get that thing. Yeah, here.
Tell me his info.
That's Jim. Yeah. That's my boy Jim Craig.
I love it.
You want to get him on?
I definitely want to get him on.
If they win, I'll get him on Friday.
That'd be great. That would be epic.
The man who won helped win the Olympic gold medal in the
1980, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely. All right. What I'm going to do, Xander, after you leave, I'm going to do a live read. We'll take a commercial break. And then at the top of the hour here, we'll set this thing up. And I'm trusting. Hey, listen, we're going to have ground rules here.
Yeah, lay them.
3 minutes. And you may get hooked quicker. You have to hit the subscribe button or be a member. And it has to be in a super. Is that
Let me
fair?
also say one thing.
Yeah.
All right. I love our community. Please, I know a lot of you want to bash Sileo for saying your quarterback sucks and all these things, and that they weren't ever going to win. And I get it. And all right, it's a lot of fun. All right, let's please have fun with this. Let's not, if you're going to be disrespectful, if you're going to bring up family, if you're going to bring up all sorts of old bullshit, I'm going to axe you out. I'm going to block you from the channel, and I'm going to move on. All right, we don't have to sit here and create an environment that's not fun. The whole point of this show is for awesome, entertaining sports talk. All right, you can shit on them when you're talking Eagles, but if you're going to go family, if you're going to go anything personal, you're out. Okay, you're out, and I'm not gonna listen to a fucking story. Okay, you're gonna be out and you're gonna be blocked. All right, Dan is a representative and a host on JAKIB Media. Okay, I'm going to protect him and his show before any of you knuckleheads. So please, let's have fun. I think it's gonna be an awesome segment. I'm really looking forward to it. But please, I want to keep all that BS out. I want it to be a good segment.
Do me a favor, keep it Eagles, and everything will be cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Believe me. There's a ton of shit.
Look, here's the thing I love about our audience. I think they'll all understand that very well.
They do. Hey, yeah. Xander, get this. There's a ton of shitty takes I had last year, so you should have plenty of content.
There's plenty of ammo, right, outside of the other stuff. But.
Okay? There's plenty of ammo. All right. Xander, great stuff, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, by the way, I think we need to do more of that conversation because, March 12th is coming around the corner. That was really great stuff on Myles Garrett and also on Zach Bond. We'll do more of that tomorrow. Xander, awesome stuff. I can't wait to see what happens. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We'll catch you on
guys. I'm looking forward to the segment. Sills, use your private chat, all right? I'll communicate with you there, okay?
You got it. Appreciate it, Xander. Thank you so much. Make sure you give Xander some love here. All right, folks. Don't forget our great friends at BetUS. This football season has been absolutely remarkable, and now you get a chance to still be involved with the YouTube 150. That's right. Our YouTube 150 with our partners at BetUS. It's a signing bonus up to $2K. Second and third are 125%. And if you're into crypto, it's 200% with your signing bonuses up to $2,000. Go to betus.com.pa. That's betus.com.pa. Fastest payouts in the business. 24/7 personalized service, 365 days of the year. Live wagering on all major games. Go to betus.com.pa. That's betus.com.pa. And do me a favor. You tell them Big Sil sent you.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
EAGLES. Eagles.
It is time. It is time. The Celebrity Bake Sales Roast for Eagle fans. Really for NFL fans. Do you have what it takes? We are going to find out. Okay? We are going to find out. Now, here are the ground rules again. Okay? Here are the ground rules. You're going to get 3 minutes tops. And if I think you suck, we're going to yank you quicker. So you get 3 minutes, okay? You have to be a member subscribed. It has to be in a super, okay? That's how we're going to do this. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. The likes are down. They're only at 220 or what have you. Okay? Hit that like button. This is the first time in my 38 years I've ever turned my show over to amateurs. Okay? And I'm going to promise you, if you're not good and you don't have your shit together, you're going to get annihilated. I am an equal offender, equal opportunity offender. Line it up. All right, Xander. Let's get the first one. There's the link to join. Very good. First one's up. Come on. Come on. Come on in. Wait a minute, run. Where are we going? Look at Eagle Nest. Eagle Nest has the popcorn going. Okay. All right. Here is the first one. We are going to go in this order here. We're going to go Anton. Then we're going to go Ace. And we'll go here. Is that how you want to do it, Xander? Do that. We got Kyle. Okay. Kyle. So far, Anton. We have Ace. Kyle Ruiz. All right, come on. Come on in here. I can't wait to see these folks here. Is that where we are, Xander? That's good right there. Here comes Anton. All right. Let's bring Anton up.
What's going on, Big Sills?
Welcome aboard, man. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Very good. All right. Let's hear you, Anton.
First, I got to say, it's a massive honor to be able to share the screen with you, Dan Sileo. Like, as much as I'm going to come up in here and try to rip you, dude, you are an absolute legend of the game. I listen to you on my runs at the gym, at work, man. Like, your voice is in my ears 24/7, man. Big ups to you.
Thank you so much, man. All right. Now, he just gave me a friendly reach around because now he's going to kick my ass. Go ahead, Anton.
All right. First of all, since when? Okay, I guess we've rewritten the wheel now. But so Jalen Hurts was apparently, because he's a, dual threat quarterback, he was never going to be able to win a Super Bowl with that style. So are you willing to change your opinion now on the dual threat quarterback is my question.
I think he's the one of. I want to see more of those kids coming out of college now. I think, and I said this the last couple days, Anton, I think what makes Hurts great right now and what we're learning and what I'm learning about him, he's more disciplined in his decision-making right now, in my opinion, I think is better than any quarterback in the league. I still think this, though, Anton. Do I think that he's one of the top talents in the game when it comes to, again, I think being a championship quarterback and the most talented quarterback, I think they're two different conversations, and I think they get blurred. But one thing we can't do, and I think you and I agree on this, is that dude's resume, dude. I mean, he stamped this thing, man. On February 9th, he stamped it. He's a fucking champion. That's where he is now.
Yeah, no, look, I agree. Look, would you say this, though? Because I was saying this to a few guys in my office. Jalen Hurts might not be the best at anything. He might be the best arm. He might have the best accuracy. He might be the best. He's not even the best runner, right? Lamar's the best runner. But he's probably, very good at everything, which makes him probably a better overall quarterback that doesn't really have many deficiencies to his game, and he's gotten better over time. Like, you used to say he was a one-read quarterback. Would you say that's a true statement now?
I still think he needs to learn how to read defenses, but the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl showed me a lot that he really was ahead of the sticks here. All right, Anton, get the fuck out of here. Great job, dude.
I appreciate it, man.
Good job, dude. Good job. You're very good. Nice job. Where am I going next here, Xander? Who we got next? Great job, man. All right. Let's go to the legendary Ace. Ace joins us now here. How you doing, Ace? Appreciate
Hey,
you.
Sileo, I'm honored to be on your show. I'm glad to be part of your JAKIB Nation and be a part of your show. Only thing, but there's two gripes I have with you that you didn't come. I understand why you didn't come to the parade. I'm still hurt by that because you're a part. I think you're a part of this, or a thing, no matter what, because everything that you went and predicted helped the Eagles because they watched you, Sills. They watched you, and we were able to propel our team to the Super Bowl. It's all because of you that we did it. Because you called everybody in Jeffrey Lurie.
Ace, you're right on. You should take a shit on me for not coming to the parade. Don't worry. The Krauses always notice when Xander says something. Xander throws a little jab in on me there too, a little bit. But Xander still has a plane ticket that he brings up about me about the draft 2 years or 3 years ago that the old man paid for. So you're right, Ace. I need to take some tongue lashing over that by not being at the parade. I should have been there. It was a great looking event, and it was really awesome watching what they did. And they do listen, and I think they listen because of what you guys have.
Not only that is that we learned from you, and but also, my only question is now, what is your thoughts on of Lurie's son and all the schematics that they go through the stuff that you don't agree with, like the statistics,
the analytics.
Analytics, yes, correct. What is your thoughts on that now that they went to two Super Bowls? They lost one and they went back and they persevered. What is your thoughts on this analytics team now?
All right. It works. It has to. The resume speaks to it, Ace. I mean, they've been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, right? The bullshit about them not playing in the exhibition season, actually, the 2 Super Bowls they got to, right? They were the healthiest football team stepping on the field in that game. So the things that they're saying and the things that they're accomplishing, the resume speaks to it. So you're not going to hear me go like this. They need to play more in the exhibition season because they're going to turn around and go like this. Fuck you, man. We've been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, Sills. You're wrong. So what do I think? Analytics, I hate it because I think you need to have more of a gut feeling when it comes to play calling. But, dude, you can't dispute the success that they've had the last 3 years.
Well, I love you, Sills. You're the man, as always.
All right, get the fuck out of here, man. Way to go. Nice job, man. I appreciate it. Very good. All right. So far, so good. Okay? So far, so good. By the way, make sure you hit the like button, too, okay? Appreciate it. Xander's doing a fantastic job here. All right. Let's go to Mr. International. He joins us now here on the celebrity roast of Big Sills. How you doing, Mr. International? By the way, I'll tell you what I do dig in this segment. I get a chance to put a face to the bullshit that you guys have been going.
Big Sills.
Go ahead, man.
Yes. So I'll start off this show with one thing I like to say all the time in the comments. Elite. every time in the playoffs, you know, every time the Eagles was in the pre-show, I will always say elite in the comments, and I'll tell Xander to say to tell you to say elite for a good luck charm.
Elite.
And it worked.
It totally did, man. Hey, it's good.
Yeah, that's my favorite word.
No, it is, man. I appreciate it, dog. Hey,
yeah, man.
Thank you very much. Any bits you have at me on what you didn't like this year?
You know, I like constructive criticism. You're like the only channel that, you know, is realistic about the Eagles. So I never really get too mad, but I do kind of get mad. Like,
wait a minute here. I think Howie Roseman's messing up your connection here. Mr. International, we're going to bail on that. We're going to bail. I love you. By the way, appreciate you coming in. Hey, your internet connection, dog. You got one of them John McMullen, Lincoln Financial connections. I appreciate it. All right, Xander. Where do we go next, my friend? Let's see here. So do we go to KHP? Welcome aboard, HKP. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's going on,
How
man?
you doing? All right.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great.
What are you, AJ Brown's brother?
I knew Sills would have some type of jokes when I came over here, man. I knew you have. I get a Sante fan. I get everything. I get everything. I'm not gonna. I know a lot of people gonna come on here and talk about Jalen Hurts, but I'm gonna just attack one thing I heard from you early this season. You said a space shuttle would come down on Earth. You said that's what the Eagles' defense would look like. You said Nakobe Dean out of a 5 was 1.5. Nolan Smith was a 1 out of a 5. I mean, I just want to know, what do you think about those guys now that you saw the season, now that you saw how everything progressed? What's your outtake and your outlook on the defense now that you've seen how everything looked and we're the number 1 guys?
How about this? Let me ask you. So the coaching a year ago was probably shitty in not developing those guys. They end up putting a veteran in there, and Vic Fangio.
Sure.
They brought Bobby King in at linebacker, and they got Clint Hurt playing as the defensive line coach. It looks to me that the coaching staff had a lot to do with the development of the underdeveloped players of the previous coaching staff. There's no question that coaching, would you not agree? I mean, look at Jalix Hunt. Jalix Hunt was a factor in the last games of the season, man. And I mean,
which is crazy.
for me, I think it came down to coaching. Now, here's the only thing I'll say to you about Nakobe. Plus, you can't be and end every year on the injured reserve. You got to prove people that guy can be healthy week in and week out, or year in and year out, and you can't land on the IR like that. So to me, I still have a question on his durability. Is that fair?
That's 100% fair, because football is not about performing for 5-6 games. You have to perform the whole year and come out the year the same guy. You can't come out, like you said, on IR every single season. You got to be the same guy. So I can't push back on you on that one, Big Sales. I got to give you that one. I can't push back on you on that one.
I'll tell you what, though, man, you and Derrick Henry and maybe AJ Brown, you guys look alike. You guys can go out and you guys can go out together, man.
Doppelgangers,
man. I like the gear. Thank you. Hey, HKP, thank you, brother. I appreciate you being part of it.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Have a blessed day, man. Appreciate you, man.
You too, man. Have a blessed day here, man. I like that. This guy looks like Derrick Henry, AJ Brown. I like it. All right. So far, so good. Nobody needs to get their ass kicked. That guy did look like AJ Brown, though. All right. We are going to go now to DEO and see what he has to say here. All right. There you go, brother. You are officially on Clemson. All right. He's an ACC guy. I like it. Uh-oh. You're going to get killed if you don't get that volume up. Volume. Okay. You might have to get... No. You're muted. We'll keep you in the green room. You better fix that shit or you ain't getting on.
Done. It's done.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Sorry.
All right.
I have bad vision, so I didn't realize it was still muted. My apologies.
Got you.
Great
All good. All good, man. Let's hear you, brother.
So, well, this is for both you and Big Z, right? You know, gotta love Clemson this year, winning the ACC and taking Alabama's spot. So, got to start off with that.
Why would I like that being a hurricane when your Clemson team ended up winning the ACC?
Exactly.
Why would I fucking like that? You know I hate that.
That's the whole point. I got to start with your favorite piece, right?
All right.
No one else is going to hit this. No one else is going to hit this one.
By the way, we do get your coach on. Debo Sweeney's been on the show a bunch of times.
I heard you say that. I would love to see him come back too. I think
he will.
Interesting takes is what happens, and getting that defense better. Hopefully, it'll happen again this year. But
I love Debo. I think he does a great job of recruiting. I like the program.
He did, especially well when it was original without the nil. Now he just needs to figure it out again and maybe get someone to help with defense since we lost.
Absolutely.
Our coordinator. So, but anyway,
what's your bitch?
Well, I gotta know now. How many 50 million wide receivers does it take to win a Super Bowl? I think you need at least 2.
Let's see. There's only one $50 million quarterback that's ever won one. And there's now, for the first time, one $30 million wide receiver that has won a Super Bowl. So, looks like on one team, you guys have knocked down both those numbers twice. But again, nobody really has done this yet. I mean, Jalen's the first $50 million a year quarterback to win a Super Bowl out of all of them. And he's the first quarterback drafted after Patrick Mahomes to have won a Super Bowl. So again, to me, I still think the wide receivers, in my opinion, I think that position's overrated.
Indeed. And I might be changing my handle on here too. So what it sounds like is the Eagles are uniquely elite. So instead of Dio, I may change it to uniquely elite. Jalen Hurts is the unique side of that, and definitely top 5's got to be elite too, right? So.
Yeah. Okay. DEO. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
One other thing. I have one other question for you. Is that all right? Do you have time?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So my other big issue is you've never liked Sirianni, and I get there's some issues and you're coming around, so I see that's progress. I've always been a huge fan. He gets everyone paid. You're an ex-player. Everyone that comes there, except for maybe Huff, has gotten paid in the 4 years he's been there. It's like every player that leaves, they get paid, whether they're running backs, offensive linemen.
He didn't bring those guys in. He didn't get them paid. How he got paid?
He coaches them better, though, and they're better when they're here.
You're not going to tell me. Wait a minute. You think that
he's a part of the coaching staff that's developing players?
You think Nick Sirianni had any fucking say in how Nolan Smith was developed this year?
Yes,
come on.
Absolutely.
He did.
Absolutely.
God. What could a wide receiver from Norfolk Union College have to tell Nolan Smith about rushing the edge? Come on, DEO. What are you talking about here? You think that guy knows how to play a one technique with Jalen Carter? That guy doesn't know a one technique from a Italian ice and down in South Philly. Give me a break, Mount Union. Sorry,
definitely
I didn't have Mount Union. I didn't have my Dakota Division III school up. Get this guy out of here. DEO, that's horrible. Appreciate you though, man. Holy shit. He gets him paid? How could he get him paid? Come on, DEO. That was a dog shit take. Holy cow, man. Okay. Holy babe. Boom. That's how you get killed down here. All right. Let's see if somebody else can up the game here because that guy was terrible. All right. Let's do this. Hit that like button, bitches. All right. I appreciate you guys coming aboard here. Okay. Oh, let's go to Bonehead. Bonehead got to Jerome Brown.
Hey, what up? Hey, you look better in it than I do.
I don't think so, man. I only gave you the view from up here. I didn't give you the view down there.
Hey, it's either that or the wrestling spandex.
Hey, man, that's cool, man. Hey, I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you got the jersey. Xander sent me one too, and I even have to hang that bad puppy up. I'm going to put it next to my Leroy Solomon one. So I'm so happy that you won the JB jersey, man. Great stuff, man. We gave a lot of great stuff away. All right.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead. What's your bitch with me now?
All right, so I'm going with this one. When you say that kickers kickers aren't football players, Jake Elliott scored 16 points in the Super Bowl. Man, you gonna put some respect on Jake Elliott. You got kickers, and then you got Jake Elliott. He a football player too.
You're gonna come in here and you're gonna fucking tell me that a guy who sits under an umbrella in an easy chair for practice is a football player? Dude, he has a size 7 foot. No football player has an under 10 size foot. Come on. Jake Elliott is a golfer.
Look who scored the most points in Eagles history. It's David Akers. Jake Elliott has 2 Super Bowl rings, scored 16 points in the Super Bowl.
Who's
David Akers? David freaking Akers. You know who David Akers is. He kicks ass and he kicks balls, man. That's what he does.
Okay. You came in here trying to convince me that a guy who kicks like he is a soccer player is a football player and has never made a tackle in his entire life. He probably can't even tackle his old lady. And you're telling me that's a football player. Come on.
Hey, he got two Super Bowls out of it. Like I said, 16 points in the Super Bowl. You know, that's more than Dak Prescott at the end of the day. So
Bonehead, no good. I love you, man. That's it. No way, man. No fucking kickers. What? Bonehead. So DEO and now Bonehead. Bonehead tried to convince me that kickers are football players. Are you fucking high? Football players, man. Give me a hold on here. I might have to unbutton the top button here. This is good. Okay. Nick Sirianni developed Nolan Smith and Zach Bond. Okay, yeah. And kickers are football players. I will give you this. Elite. I told you, button up, man. You don't have good takes, you're going to get killed. Hit that like button, man. I appreciate it. Where are we in the likes, too, by the way? Keep me updated on it. Okay. Here we go. Is that Emmanuel Acho? Is that Emmanuel Acho? Let's go to him, man. He thinks the Cowboys. Hey, Acho.
Hell
how you
no.
doing, Acho?
Hell no, I'm nothing to do with Acho, man. Sales, I got to give you your flowers, man. I've been watching you since you've been covering the Eagles, man. You've been right on a lot of shit, brother. So I appreciate it. You're the only real channel in Philly. I'm up in Canada right now, but been an Eagles fan for a long, hot minute now. I just want to know, because you would always say dual threat wouldn't win a Super Bowl, right? So your earlier take was that Jalen was the best decision maker.
Yep.
So what else do you think he needs to improve on as passer going forward in the offseason?
Think about this here for him. If he improves that offense, that was what, 29th, 30th? If they put that passing game in the middle of the league at 15, they'll never lose a game. To me, I think this offseason, they have to keep working with being unpredictable. Remember what happened in 23? What happened in 23? It got stale. You had guys on the Manning podcast that were like Nick Bosa saying, "Here's the next play." Remember they were all CMC was saying it's very predictable on what they were doing. I think this year in the offseason, you don't have to have a real uptick, in my opinion, when it comes to evolving that passing game. Just improve it 5%. Dude, if that guy improves that passing game 5% and you keep having the unpredictability of what they can throw at you with their physicality, you won't be beat. Somebody mentioned this the other day on the show. The Eagles right now are in the pole position. They got a lot of things they can do and a lot of things they can look at right now. And I think improving that passing game will be beneficial to Jalen Hurts. And I think that Jalen Hurts is disciplined. I think it really has gone a long way. His discipline and his patience, I think, are some of the best in the league, if not the best. I even think he's got more discipline than what Mahomes has. That make sense?
Yeah, totally. One last question before I head out of here. At what point in the offseason are you going to get Bob Lang on the show?
The segment right before the draft, I can't say anything too bad because Xander's going to try to probably walk around and try to walk on his knees. So, because like everybody else who walks in the NovaCare Center, they don't walk standing up. They kind of crawl into the NovaCare Center. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, dude, appreciate it.
Yeah,
hey, by the way, have bad luck tonight in the Four Nations.
Fuck. Take it easy, brother.
See you later, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, have bad luck tonight in the Four Nations, man. Team USA, baby. Let's go, man. Absolutely. All right. Where are we in that likes, man? Tell me where we are. I'm not letting you guys off the hook here. No way. This can't be. Look at this fucking. All right. Okay. 258. Let's get to 300 by the top of the hour. Let's do this shit. All right. Hit the like button. We'll read your supers, I promise, too. All right. Let's go to M. Reyes.
Hello,
all right.
Hello. How are you?
How am I?
Do you hear me all right?
I'll let you know after this segment here.
All right. Well, everyone here seems to be friendly with you, but I'm sorry to say I'm a killer.
You're a killer.
I know you see this, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Eagles fans wear white. They wear green all the time. And, this is more like, your confessional, okay? This is you. You see me as an Eagles fan, okay? But for all intents and purposes, I'm St. Peter at the gates, okay?
St. Peter at the gates, okay.
Yes. And I'm here to list all of your transgressions, okay?
So Father,
white for this.
Jesus criminy. So
we
Father,
white,
you got them all on here? What is going on here?
Wardrobe change. So this is an important day, and I needed a wardrobe change, just like the Oscars, okay?
Okay. Hey, yeah, I got you, man. Okay, like Taylor Swift. I got it. All right.
All right, Sills. Let's go ahead and have some softballs. Let's start off easy, all right? Let's start off real easy.
All right.
Let's get Deshaun Watson.
Let me get a piece of paper here because I want to
get a piece of paper. Write whatever you want to write.
I write your bullshit down here. So go ahead here. All right. Hold on.
All right. First, let's start off easy. All right.
All right.
Let's get rid of Hurts and get Deshaun Watson. What a bad take. Good Lord. That guy did nothing. He's done nothing in years.
Okay, wait a minute here. Let me retort that, though.
Okay.
Your general manager wanted him too.
Yeah, but we're not going to give up the farm
Hold on.
for that
You
guy.
were going to get rid of Hurts because your GM wanted to.
No,
Yes, he did. He offered him a fucking contract.
It doesn't
He
matter.
offered. Wait a minute. No.
Does not-
You're wrong. Russell Wilson was offered a 3-year deal.
No, due diligence and actually wanting the guy are two different things, okay? How he's doing his
Still on
due
the
diligence.
table, Russell Wilson voided it. Boom.
No, Hurts is
Horrible take.
no. You wanted them to take Deshaun because he had what championship caliber because he was elite.
Dude, you put a contract on the table in front of his agent.
He
said
told you
no.
he'd done nothing in years. He's never won a championship before.
Your
He's
GM.
trash.
Okay, so
Absolutely
wait a minute.
trash, but you parroted the notion that he was good.
Your GM and me were wrong. Okay, no problem.
Cool. I'm down with that.
All right.
Still in the offseason. Trade Landon Dickerson.
Horrible.
Thanks. Yeah. No, we're not doing that.
Hey, that was the Cincinnati. I remember that one. That was horrible. Yes, horrible.
Okay, that was a softball. Fine.
Yeah.
Let's go with Barkley sucks. That didn't turn out right. No. He done nothing with the Giants because the Giants are fucking. The Giants are trash.
How about this, M. Reyes? I couldn't believe he's that great.
He really like when he has a competent. I didn't know he had that much tread on the tires.
Me too, man.
That was nuts.
Hey, how about this, M. Reyes? Every time that guy took the ball and got past the first line of scrimmage, first line, I thought he was going to hit his head on the goalpost every time.
That gear, he hits that next gear so fast.
I'm with you, man.
I
was
haven't
shocked.
seen that in so long. That's since Shady, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. 7-9. That didn't turn out. I told you all season it was going to be 14-3.
No, I had 9 wins. Remember, I got one last
14-3.
shake. I did 9. I did 9 wins. I started first 7. You're right, I did. And then I came in before the season started, and I go, let me up it to 9. Still horrible off the take because 9 wins puts them as a wild card team like Green Bay. Dude, I really didn't think that defense was going to be that good. And to me, the defense came around. Here, let's do this. Without a doubt, the 3 dudes that changed the landscape of the Eagles were Barkley, were Becton, and Bond. Those 3 dudes, man, changed the entire landscape of that football team. And they were all Pro Bowl type players, man. One guy was an all-pro. I mean, so, yeah, I was wrong. I was shocked.
And turning into that notion right there, how we can't draft.
I
want to talk about how many integral, just in the last 3 drafts, we got Quinion, Cooper, Jalix, Shipley, Trotter Jr., Carter, Smith, Steen, Brown, Ringo, McKee, Ojomo, Davis, Juergens.
You named 7 guys that have not done anything yet.
But I named a whole bunch that have done something. I named a whole bunch that had an integral part in this season in winning the Super Bowl.
Ringo is a nobody. Trotter is a nobody as of right now. And quite frankly, how long has he been in Philly? 20 years? So the last 3 years, he's been doing, last 4 years, he's been good. So 16 years he was in Philly, involved in personnel. You think he was really great? I think he's been great since he came out of the broom closet, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what good managers do.
Yep.
They change their mindset to, do what's right, basically.
Yep.
Instead of taking project players, instead of drafting a fireman, we're taking proven talent out of college now. We're looking at the SEC. We're not looking at all these weird schools. So there's that. And I think that pays dividends in the long run. We got to wait on some of these players, though. We can't just call them bust.
No. And listen, when I say Trotter, I think there's something there with Trotter. I still think his speed's going to be an issue because it was coming out of college and when he was at Clemson. However, the one thing that he does have, he really has a good sense of knowledge because his dad prepped him well and coached him well on being able to understand fits and stuff. So I think they like him. So I think there's something to be said about him. So we'll see where he goes. But the kid Oren Burks, Bond, I don't know what they're going to do with Van Helsing and shit, but I liked the linebacker room turned out to be actually one of the assets on the team where it was at the beginning of the year, one of the biggest question marks.
For sure. Yeah, we answered a lot of questions that I think were, pretty glaring at the beginning of the season, but we answered them with such bravado. We did it.
Hey, Reyes, anybody tell you look like the guy who played the Joker?
Oh, shit, no.
Or the guy who was in, like, Gladiator. What's that actor's name?
Denzel?
Joaquin Phoenix? You look like Joaquin Phoenix, dude. I had a different look. I had a different look for you. I thought you were going to look more like a dick, but you're not. You look like Joaquin Phoenix, dude. You look good. I mean, it's all right.
So what I've gotten once before was look like
30 years, but we're good. Go ahead.
They told me I look like Johnny Damon's son. That's what I got once.
Okay. I like Johnny Damon. I know him well. He lives in Orlando. We're good. Go ahead. Give me another bitch.
All righty. Now let's get into my favorite one, okay? Jalen Hurts. All righty, baby. A dual threat QB cannot win the Super Bowl.
Well, he's the first one.
Oh, yeah. But we told you it was going to happen, and you doubted it.
I did.
You gave constructive criticism, as other people would say, but as I recall it, it was never, ever.
Yeah, I did do that. I did.
That changed. Let's talk about some eliteness, okay? Let's go with Burrow in Cancun. Jackson, he's out in Florida somewhere, Miami, I'm guessing. Mahomes, I think he's
You're not saying that Hurts is better than them, are you?
Sorry, what happened this year?
I said more. No. You're not trying to tell me you think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow.
I'm sorry, they're better at being on vacation than Jalen Hurts.
Oh, so wait a minute. Okay, so
elite.
So Trent Dilfer, who has the Super Bowl rings, better than Dan Marino in your eyes. Okay.
So until further notice, until I'm proven wrong, then we can talk. All right.
Yeah.
So okay, let's talk about all those guys in Cancun. Let's talk about my favorite, Josh Allen.
MVP, baby. Say it with respect. MVP.
LVP.
Best player in the league.
Buffalo. He only
best
brings the
player in the league.
He cannot win to save himself. He cannot beat Mahomes like Hurts.
Let me tell you something, man.
Oh,
That
my
guy
goodness.
is one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen. That is a total win. I told you he'd win the MVP this year. Bang! Big Sills was right.
Stats don't win you the Super Bowl, baby. But
Stats didn't win him the MVP either. He had under $4 grand this
He looks
year.
good on his mantle or whatever. It looks good.
How are you doing? Best quarterback
in Cancun.
You better have one more here.
Well, never compare yourselves to the
liking
Chiefs.
this with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Never compare yourselves to the Chiefs. They're champions. Yeah, and they got
No. Never compare yourself to they're 3-time champions.
Oh,
How you
please,
doing?
dude.
Are you trying to tell me that you have accomplished more in the last 4 years than what the Chiefs have?
I'm saying you negated the debate
close.
all year about us and the Chiefs because of all their past accolades. And what had happened? They got completely smashed. We expected a championship effort. We expected a close game. I told y'all 50-23, and I was actually a lot closer than some of y'all. But, it is what it is. And I think, you had a really rough year, Sills. And, I know this throw is a little, maybe it's not done to your liking, all right? But I serve it to you on a full silver platter.
25
right?
is starting out great. You know how? You hired a guy who belongs in a daycare center taking care of babies instead of giving them the keys to a Ferrari. You're giving a guy who's never been a coordinator in the history of the National Football League the keys to a Super Bowl offense, and you're going to go, hey, that's okay. No problem. Drive my Ferrari. And Reyes, not a good look. That's a great way to start. You're going to lose Bond, Milton Williams, and you're going to lose Josh Sweat. Hey, but don't concern yourself.
I'm okay with losing actually all of those guys. We really need to keep Bond, I think, but that's just my opinion. And yeah.
M. Reyes, get the hell out of here. I'm done with you, man. All right, go ahead. Great stuff. Okay, I like that too. M. Reyes, great segment. All right, get him out of here. You bet, dude. Love you, man. I actually like that, man. Okay. All right, Xander, where the fuck do I go next here? All right. Somebody, let me say this, man. So far, not bad. There's been some decent takes. M. Reyes brought props. We're good. I see some angry faces. Look at Lucius in the green room. He's got an angry mug on him, man. Holy shit, man. Abe and all these guys. Look at these guys with these angry looks. What the fuck is going on here? All right, let's go to Abe. Let's see what Abe's got to say here. How you doing, Abe?
What's up, Sal? How you doing?
Man. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How's everything?
All good, man. Hanging in there. Let's see if
Hey.
let's see if you elevate this thing here. Let's go, Abe.
I get the mean look from my father. It's in the genes. I'm sorry. That's how it is.
All right. Not bad. I like it.
Hey, but I want to give you your flowers. You're the uncle I wish I always had. You you tell her how it is. You give it straight up. Strong criticism, arrogant, an asshole, but that's how we like it.
Hey, the only city and the only place that I'll ever tolerate it is with Eagle fans in Philly, where someone goes, Sills, I love you so much, man, because you're the biggest asshole I've ever met. It's one of the greatest compliments you can possibly have, and it's a merit badge that I wear with great pride.
You're our asshole. That's what it is. You're our asshole. Ain't nobody else's but ours.
Hey, by the way, real quick, did you get it down to the parade?
No, I ain't get down to the
parade.
parade.
Did you like what you saw though with what Eagle fans were doing?
Oh yeah. 2.5 million, or what was it? Over 2 million people
Something
over
like
there.
that, yep.
Support. That was big support. And that.
All right,
that's the
Abe,
only
you
thing
better
that's
have a
missing.
bitch here. Abe, you better have a bitch here, man. I know we're boys here now, but what's your bitch to me, man?
So I got two things.
Okay.
How the hell did you think the Lions is going to win this Super Bowl, and you put the NFC the champions in the line in the Commanders' hands? How'd you expect them to win over us when we had Barkley, and we didn't? And it was Jaden's first year. Goff hasn't made shit happen.
Goff's been to a Super Bowl.
Did he do anything like Jalen Hurts has?
Dude, the best player in the Super Bowl was Sweat. Hurts was second.
That's true.
Josh Sweat had such a game. He's going to make $25 million in the open market over 3 years. That's how great a game he has. And the Eagles made that guy take a pay cut last year. You know why you're not getting him back? You told him last year he sucked. And what he did this year, he went out in the last 3 years, got you 26 sacks. That's why he hired Drew Rosenhaus. He's not coming back. You're losing Milton, maybe. Vaughn, I don't know. I think it's 50-50. And you have a training wheels coordinator already. This is going to make for a great 2025, Abe. I love it. Hey, baby, it's not what you did last. It's what you're going to do tomorrow. Let's go.
One thing I got to ask, I got actually two things. Why the hell you're not in Philly? And why the hell you're not coaching for our team? You have this much love for Jerome Brown.
Thank you,
see
man.
Jalen Carter. You see Clint Hurt doing his job. Man, you could be right there with us. You can have a ring on your hand too.
Listen. I'll tell you what. A lot of people, you got to do this for me when you talk to Xander again. A lot of people, man, 97.5 and WIP, Philly Godfather said it. They're afraid of me. They're afraid of our show. They don't want me on the airways. There ain't nobody like me over there in them radio stations. They're unlistenable. That's why people like you are making this bitch make it one of the biggest shows going, is because you know why? I get to say whatever I want. I'm doing old school radio. I haven't changed in 20 years.
And I appreciate
this is what I've done my show like this. My aunt will tell you. You know what? There were times when I got off the air, people thought I was going to get fired every fucking show I did. Okay? Because of how I am. But I love you, man.
Right
Get
now.
the fuck out of here, Abe. Get out of here. I love you, dude. You're good, man.
Love you, man.
You got it, brother. All good. All good, man. Hit the like button. Where are we in the likes? Okay? Where are we in the likes? By the way, I'm actually enjoying putting a face to you guys. Okay? I'm actually liking this. I see all these angry dude, this Lucius guy. I'm afraid to go to him. He's going to fucking bite my head off. Look at him. He's like, motherfucker, I'm coming for you. Look at old Lucius here, man. Where am I going? I'm going to Devin next. All right, let's go to Devin. Let's see if Devin's got something to say here. How you doing, Devin?
Nice to informally meet you, Big Sills. Honored to be on your show, first and foremost.
Thank
Second
you.
of all, that helmet back there, shit. Take it the fuck. Get it off the damn shelf. Get it off. All right.
What are you, Xander's brother?
I might as well be. That thing's, I don't care what you call me. That helmet needs to go. All right. My biggest bone to pick with you. let me ask you, did Jalen get paid too early? Are you still on that?
No.
He didn't get paid too early.
Not now. Nope. Dude.
So he proved it to you.
When you win a Super Bowl, you erase. I'm not a guy that's going to do this. Devin, I'm not a guy that's going to stand on a hill that turns into an anthill.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not going to do
Most
that.
definitely. I see that. Yes.
When a guy proves me wrong, why would I? I'm going to my takes to me are like Mount Vesuvius. But when they get reduced to anthills, you can't stand on those.
You're not a J-Mac. No offense. Love him.
You're not. I'm not going to stand on something that has no grounds.
Yes, exactly. Well, my point was, I thought you were going to say yes, and I was going to say, well, why would you say that? Because a few of the other people brought up Russell Wilson. That would have been a disaster for our team. Our guy went in, and you lied to me. See, I was a Jalen Hurts believer went back when Carson Wentz was our guy. I was like, that guy, I believe the whole 94 WIP bullshit where Wentz he's the locker room cancer, this, that, and the third. I went out and I was like, fuck this. I'm buying me a number 2 Hurts jersey. I'm with it. So I was when you told me he got paid too early, this, that, and the third, I wasn't happy with it. I was like, that guy took us in our first year, his first season starting. He went in there 9-8, took us to the damn playoffs with Queasy fucking Watkins. And Devontae Smith, rookie year, he was great.
I thought that jersey you were wearing was Jake Elliott's jersey. I didn't. Oh, it's 2.
I think I'm buying the fucking captain.
It's Hurts.
The fake captain. Smitty should have been the damn captain. I ain't buying that damn kicker's freaking jersey. All right. So, do you call yourself a statistician?
Kind of in a way. But how about this? I call myself. I look at numbers for trends.
Okay, I like that.
That doesn't define you. But they're trends on what you look. If you do something and you run one play 90% of the time, and you look at another play and you run it 10% of the time, that to me are the numbers that I look at on who you are and what your identity is trying to be. And that's why when you look at the Eagles running the ball more, the Eagles became a run team. They weren't a passing team until the last 2 games when they had to be. And people can make that distinction. They won the Super Bowl with that formula. I can't get away from that. So
most definitely. And my point in asking you that is because you always bring up Hurts doesn't throw for 4,000 yards, right? It is I wouldn't call it a problem, but it is something to look at. Now, in my opinion, the Eagles zig before they zag. I think a lot of people say that, but we zig before we zag. So while the rest of the league it's a pass-heavy league. It's a pass-heavy. We're a run team. We're not throwing for 4,000 yards. Quarterbacks back then weren't throwing for 4,000 yards.
Would you not agree the NFL has evolved into a passing league, whereas
I 100% agree, especially on the AFC side.
To your point, though, you went like this. The league may be evolving that, but the Eagles went, fuck it, won a Super Bowl running it.
Now, these defenses are prepared, for a pass-heavy game. Don't let up the deep ball. And here comes the birds. Fucking run it down your damn throat. And in my opinion, that is exactly what I want to see. Old school ball. My father, he was a coach and all that, not in the NFL, but when he coached me and all that, it was we zig before we zag. We're an old school team. We do this. Defense wins championships. And that's what exactly the Birds went out and did this season is the defense won us the damn championship. Go ahead.
Let me see that hat of yours. What do you got that thing here? How come you got
JAKIB hat? I was wearing her to work today. This is my daily. I only threw her on right now for freaking, the show.
I like it, dude. All right. Great stuff. Get the fuck out of here now. Great stuff, man.
Take care, buddy.
Great stuff. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate it. All right. I like the hat, Devin. Good stuff, man. I thought it was Xander's brother. Fuck you. Hey, like this guy comes in barking F-bombs and everything. I was like, holy shit. I thought I was watching a Big Z and Johnny Mac show. Holy shit. I like Devin, though. He's good, man. Where am I going next, Xander? Where are we going here? Bob Brown. Holy shit. I want to see what this guy looks like because this guy's got some intelligent takes. Let's go to Bob. All right, Bob. Let me hear your stuff, man. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for coming aboard, man.
Sills, I'm happy to be here. let me just say, I was talking with Al Golden just the other day. He says nothing but the nicest things about you. So yeah, that's what I wanted to get out of you, brother.
You must
That's
be a
what I wanted
Penn
to get.
State guy then, from where I'm sitting.
No.
No,
I grew up with him. I played Pop Warner football with him. I played high school football with him.
Here was my problem with him.
I've known him since I was 6 years old.
Here was my problem with Al when he was at Miami. He thought that he was going to not recruit the southern area and the South Florida kids, and he was not going to go into Woodrow Wilson. He was not going to go into Palmetto, and he was going to go up to By the way, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Ohio. They're great football players, but the majority of those great players go to Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State. If anything, they go now to Boston College. And he was recruiting kids that were going to be 3-star or 3-star guys. And my problem with him was that he didn't want to stay in the South Florida area and recruit the state of Florida, which was Dade County, Broward County, and Fort Lauderdale. He didn't want to do that, man. So he really did a lot of issues when it came to how he was not building that program. That was my only bitch. I liked him, but I didn't like him as my head coach.
Well, there was also some things there with, as you know, some of the high school coaches in South Florida say, you want my kid to come play quarterback, I want a spot on your staff.
No, not only that.
With Shalala calling the shots at that time, Shannon left him with, there was some issues there with academics, and he was brought in to fix the problem. So
plus the Nevin Shapiro bullshit.
Absolutely. So he got dealt up. He's a very good coach. He's a very good man. He loved having it because I talked to him. He said, you don't think I want the former players on the sidelines helping recruit this stuff, but I can't bring in a lot of the same nonsense that was brought in the past because the marching orders were different. Because I think if you had Shalala on fire on the side of the road and Golden on the side of the fire road, you'd piss on Golden, you let Donna Shalala burn.
No. I can't. Donna Shalala did more. She was Clinton. She worked in the Clinton White House.
Yes, she did.
She became the president of the University of Miami. She was the most destructive human being that I've ever seen at the University of Miami, and I could not stand that chick. I hate her with all my might.
She wanted to make Miami the Stanford of the South.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, no, not you, but yeah. When I heard that, I'm like, I went to Miami to get the degree that you fold up in your pocket. I didn't go to get degrees like you got up there at Harvard or Stanford, where you're some sort of. Okay, so Bob, tell me something, man. What do you make of the Eagles hiring a guy in training wheels again with no experience whatsoever as the offensive coordinator?
So that's a very good question. I'll say it this way. Yesterday on your show, you did not have as big a deal because it was continuity. He won't change the offense, maybe 5-10%. We all agree. Hopefully, we have to make the passing game a bigger part of the offense because you'll have balance between run and pass, and you will keep the defensive coordinators on their toes and they can't focus. Somehow you went home last night and talked to somebody, and now it's a play calling issue because yesterday he wasn't a play caller and it wasn't a big deal. And today it's clearly a big deal that you want your offensive coordinator to know how to call plays. I don't think any of us know. Now you might have insight.
No, I on February 20th, Bob, I don't know if it's a bad hire or not. I don't know that yet.
Right. I don't know if what input he had in calling games with Kellen Moore and what his position was and what he did in that room. He may have a very good understanding of how Kellen laid out a game plan. And this might be the Andy Reid hire because nobody thought Andy Reid could be a head coach coming as a quarterback coach from Green Bay. So I think we give the guy a shot, trust but verify. I agree. He comes out the first 2 weeks next year and we look like we're on training wheels again. But yeah, he's not going to be here long because we know this team can do it.
Absolutely. Bob, I'm going to roll here because I'm going to try to get one more in. Great to put a face to you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. I like his take.
Great show, man. Absolutely great show.
Thank you so much, Bob. I like that guy, man. All right, I got time for one more, I think, in here. Xander, who am I going to go to here, man? I got time for one more guy. Lucius. Okay, we'll do two. So this guy, Lucius, has got this puss on his face like he wants to kick my ass I don't know where we're going here with this. Then we're going to do Eduardo here. All right. Without further ado, it looks like the meanest guy JAKIB history here. It is Lucius. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, brother, how you doing today?
Good, man. I appreciate you being here.
I know I look mean. I am mean. But let me go ahead and start off by saying this. Before I go rip you, this is the first time I got to say this with you. I've been watching you in some capacity for about 25 years. And everything I hear about the racist stuff and stuff like that, it couldn't be further from the truth. You got my support. I appreciate that you're giving your time to Philly. You need to move to Philly. But
I hear that every day. By the way, thank you so much for saying that, because if you ever listen to my show, I got into radio for one reason. And I'll tell you the reason I got into it for. Not to get anywhere with it, but because there were not enough African-American coaches in college football. There were, at the time when I got into sports talk, there were 3 out of 137. I think that number was atrocious, and it's only 7 to this day. And so that was truly one of the reasons. And plus paying student athletes, those were the 2 main reasons that I got into sports talk, because I wanted to be around the game. But those 2 issues have always polarized my show. And, you know, when you say a stupid thing, and I've been on the air for 40 years almost, when you say, I'll just say this to you, man. I mean, Lucius, when you're on the air for as long as I've been, you're going to say dumb shit. Look at my takes this year. Some of them have been the worst of all time.
Worst. The absolute worst.
Right. Let me hear you. Go ahead, man. Let me hear you.
So, I mean, we already talked about the record and everything else. Perspective, nobody talked about here. Let's talk about that Kellen Moore didn't improve the passing game.
He didn't.
Okay, no. Numbers say he didn't. But there's something that Jalen was doing towards the end of the season that he's never done, and you ripped him for years. Read the defense. Any objective Eagles fan know that Jalen Hurts couldn't read a book, right? When it came to defenses. Towards the end of the year, the checks that he was making, the protections that he was calling, the sacks, they actually started to go down. If you look at the rate he was getting sacks, they actually started to go down. He started to understand the game of football. Understanding the game of football and the pass protection spot is what he did. He didn't improve the numbers, no, but he improved the passing game by improving Jalen Hurts' ability to read defense, and it's only going to help him to evolve as he goes forward in his career.
The last 8 quarters of the year, I think, is what you're referencing in. He totally outplayed every quarterback that was on the field, and he also outplayed the defensive coordinators. Remember who he beat the last 2 games? Dan Quinn, and he beat Steve Spagnuolo in the last 2 football games in 8 quarters. And that's the one thing that Nick Bolton said the whole time, that he was so ahead of his checkdowns in the Super Bowl that, you know, he had us guessing every single time. That was the first time I had heard anybody ever say that about the kid. So I'll throw this back at you here. Don't you agree then that maybe him learning how to set those protections took maybe 4 or 5 more months than what people thought it was going to take for him setting that, because the sacks were high. And as you just stated, he started getting better, lesser sacks, and he started reading a little bit better as the season went into the playoffs, because he felt more comfortable where the blitzes were coming from.
All Eagles fans should be able to say that the first 12 games of this year as a developing protection caller was absolutely horrendous, but he never did it before. He was never trusted to do it before. And that's where Nick comes in, because another take that Nick is not a good coach. Nick said, hey, he came to Nick and said, I need to be able to do this, because Nick was going to allow the O-line to continue to call the protection. And he said, hey, I need to do this. And Nick said, you know what? All right, you're our quarterback. Go ahead and do it.
You're not sitting here telling me that you think Nick Sirianni was the reason to win a Super Bowl and not those 2 coordinators.
No, I'm not saying that Nick is elite as a coach. I'm just saying he's not a bum. Like, he's not a bum. Like, we're not gonna confuse him with Andy Reid.
No, and he's not Rich Kotite.
No, that's what I was about to say. He's not Rich, and he's not Chip, because that's our new number 1 enemy there. I don't care about the 10-6. He's not Chip Kelly. All right, he's not going to ruin something for his ego. He's going to sit down and take whatever suggestion comes to him, because he listens, and that's how we won a Super Bowl, because we ran the football, because he listened. Now,
I like this guy. I like this guy. I like you, man. I like I like you. You got great takes. You took a shit on me a little bit there. Okay. You remind me a little of Jerome. So I like it. I mean, you kind of gave it to me here a little bit, and you got some reasoning to yourself here. I'll ask you one last question then. What do you make of the Training Wheels offensive coordinator? You all right with it?
No, but yes at the same time. I'm gonna give you both sides of this one. No, because it's unknown. Who likes unknown? But one thing we could say about him, he's been in the room with Frank Reich as an OC in Indy. He's been in the room with Nick started the play calls. He's been there since Shane took the play calls. He's been there now. Kellen had the play call. So that doesn't mean that it's going to equate, but there's 4 different minds. He's been learning. Let's give him a shot. Do I wish we would have went in a different direction? Yes. Not Frank Wright, but a different direction. Yes. But hey, you know what? I mean, everybody has to get a start somewhere. And because of Jalen Hurts, because of the O-line, because of Saquon, they're going to be able to cover up some things. So if he has a rough patch, unlike Brian Johnson, who got scapegoated, if he has a rough patch, he has the talent there to overcome that. And that defense is going to come a lot. So he has some time.
Gave you extra time because I thought you were warranted of the extra time. I appreciate it, and I'm glad we put a face to it. And you're one of my favorites. You're one of my favorites, man. I appreciate that. I like you, man. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate the show, and keep going, keep grinding.
You got it, man. Appreciate it. Very nice. All right. Now, I got a guy coming up here who's got a cigar in his fucking mouth. This guy must be Jalen Hurts' brother here. So, all right, let's go to the last guy here. We're going to – is that Wardo the guy? He's the last one. Oh, Ward, here he is. Look at this guy. Holy shit. What the hell is this here, man? Okay, man. Oh, there you go. That's what happened. Oh, there he is.
What up, big back?
All right, man. All right, so you got the cigar. You got your Super Bowl win. You got to be on heaven. What is your bitch, my friend?
Chill. Big back. Hey, check this out, man. I got 2 bitches, and I got 1 request from you, all right?
All right.
You're a good guy, though, man, so I respect you for that. So check this out. The first thing I got to say, though, 9 wins, man. 9 fucking wins. Jesus criminy Seals. What's wrong with you, man? Hey, I will say this though, bro. Hey, it's a whole lot better than Angelo Cataldi's Oompa Loompa having ass prediction, all right? And with his 5 wins, you feel me? Oh, tan ass having ass boy. So I'll let you talk about that 9 wins right fast. What you got, man? What you got?
All right. Hey, I didn't believe the defense was going to be where it was, man. I thought the defense was going to be with all the – well, dude, those guys were bums that played out last year. Now this year, you know what? The coaching was so good, and the players buying in was so good. Remember what Vic said Vic was asked in the first press conference for the start.
Hey, man, Vic is a godsend, though.
He goes like this. He goes like this. He goes, what kind of defense are you going to have? He goes, I don't know yet. So if the coordinator didn't know, that's what I took it from. He goes, when do you think – someone asked the question, when do you think your defense is going to be good? He goes, week 12? Well, dude, the defense was good after week 5.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would say this, though. Vic definitely brought in all those players. You know, they all led – you know, he led them, you know. So, I mean, I definitely give my praises to him and all respects to him as well as every other Philly fan in fucking Philly. You feel me?
Yeah. No, they I tell you what, man, they're going to be – if they can keep 95 to 90% of the players that they have as free agents and they draft right again, and you keep that same coaching staff intact, say you bring – how about Myles Garrett? Now, listen, somebody kept asking me this, and Xander and I even talked about it. 2 1s and Nolan Smith for Myles Garrett.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with Johnny Mack on that one, Bo, on some real shit. You know, because he did say 2 1s. Our number 1 this year is a late pick, 32. Next year, it might wind up being another one. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't have on Philly green eyes, colored eyes right now or anything like that, but I do feel like we're gonna go back to the ship next year as well. So that might be another 32 right there. And it's Myles Garrett, man. When you compare it, you can't compare him to Nolan Smith. I don't care who you are, man. I don't care about the future. None of that.
He's the third best. He's the 3rd best player. To Xander's point, you could make the argument. He's the best player in the game. I mean, we're not talking about like when someone said AJ A.J. Brown potentially in a trade for that. I would say this. Myles Garrett's better than any player that's on the current
We ain't
roster.
trading A.J. Brown, Seals. Hey, chill with that. We ain't trading A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's staying forever.
Dude,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. D was with us. Hey, D was with us. But hey, I will say this though. On your point and everything with Garrett. He's arguably the best defender in the fucking league right now, you know? So I mean, I would definitely give Nolan Smith and those 2 firsts for Myles Garrett right out the bat. Because I mean, picturing him with Jalen Carter, boy,
dude,
like, pick your fucking poison.
How about this, man? You get a really great kid in the draft. Okay, say you get that kid Jake Sawyer from Ohio State.
Yeah.
You got Myles Garrett at one end, and inside you have Jordan Davis and you have Jalen Carter.
Forget about it. Hey, they're gonna be doing this all season, baby. All season. That's what we're gonna be doing. Whoever the fuck we go up against.
Wouldn't that be the best front 7 in the league?
Come on. Arguably. All right, my second bitch. Seals. You really said the Commodes were gonna be the fucking NFC East champions, boy? They're gonna take the East?
Hold on, they made it to the NFC Championship game.
I'll give you that, but still, though, the Commodes are having just one fucking rookie quarterback on top of that.
How about if Myles Garrett lands in Washington? Miles lands in Washington, and you put him on that defense, and then they sign Zach Bond in Washington.
Hey, that's a lot of what ifs, man. You feel me? Hey, it's a lot of what ifs. Yeah. Hey, that's why I ain't even explaining it. Hey, we can all control what we can control. You feel me? I can't really say anything about that. You know, I mean, if it happens, it happens. We're gonna be ready for it, regardless of the fact. But if it doesn't,
I like this guy too, man.
Hey, if it doesn't happen,
I need my friends back home.
Like I said, you know, I mean, we can only control what we can control. We can't stress about that, you know, moving forward. And I know a lot of people in the chat, you know, because I'll be watching the show here and there, just about damn near every fucking day, you know. But you know, there's a lot of people in there who always stress about you know, the what ifs and everything. It's just like, yo, chill the fuck out. Whatever happens, happens. You know, we got arguably the best GM in the fucking league, and Howie Roseman and everything. You know, it's fucking Howie season, bro. He's about to plug on that ski mask. He's about doing work, man. I'm telling you, he's about fucking. He gonna be signing motherfuckers, man. We don't give a fuck. That's what I'm chilling with here.
All right. That's right enough for this. All right.
Hey, one last thing.
Great stuff. Great.
One last thing. My request. All right.
Oh, yep.
All right. So, Seals, from now on, listen to me, big back. From now on, any single time that you bring up Jalen Hurts and you compare him to Herbert, Daniels, Goff, Burrow, Jackson, hey, hold on, and your boy Josh Allen, please refer to Jalen Hurts as the fucking champ, baby. From now on, please refer to him as the champ, because you already know why. Right? Hey, mad love, Seals. Hey, from North Carolina, baby. Mad love, my boy.
You got it, man. I appreciate it. I like this guy too. All right. Enough of this shit here, man. All right. You know, that was good. I like Eduardo, man. I like a lot of these guys, man. All right. Not bad. Feel pretty good about it. Do me a favor and hit the like button. By the way, I think we got some supers in here. Let's bring my boy Xander Kraus in here.
Oh my. First off, I have a bone to pick with the entire chat. All right. That was more of a glaze fest than it was a win. How many people are going to tell me how much they love Sileo? All right, I get it. You love Sileo. You know, I have it graded out. I guess maybe you could give Eduardo a win. Maybe. I didn't really think he won. Maybe Lucius. I got 11-1. Em Reyes is the only guy that gave you the business. What happened, chat? What happened? All the people who come in, you know how many comments I get? You need to do this to Sileo. You need to do this to Sileo. No, I don't need to do anything, okay? Because that was a glaze fest, like a glaze I've never seen before, all right? I have it graded out 11-1 with your only winner, Em Reyes, okay? We got a bunch of keyboard warriors, Sileo.
Look at Xander. He's so disappointed.
I mean, listen, I thought a couple guys were great, but they didn't win. I thought Eduardo was great. He was entertaining. Yeah. I thought he was cool. I like
Lucius.
Yeah, I love Lucius. I knew Lucius from the post-game show. HKP was great. A lot of guys were great. All right. Devin, I thought was great. I like Devin because he was rocking a JAKIB hat. People said you look like me. If anybody got said Devin,
No. I should have said he sounded like fuck this, fuck that, fuck you. I'm like,
I'll tell you what, I want to give people because I'm not going to stay on long. I just wanted to recap the segment, which I thought was hilarious.
We have any supers,
I'll get to them. Yeah. People didn't pick up on your game. All right. And I'm giving away your secret right now that nobody picked up on. And I got to give Bob Brown some kudos because he did it back to you and nobody picked up on it. You throw people off with the way you introduce. HKP comes on. He's probably got a sheet of stuff and you call him AJ Brown. He's all out of whack. You know, you do that with everybody and nobody knew how to combat it. You know, Devin had probably a great thing set up and he's like, well, did you say this? And you're like, oh, no. And boom, you threw him off his game. So Bob comes in with a name that he knew you would react to and a way to get you into conversation. So a tip of the can go to Bob Brown for using Sileo, his methods on him. But Sills, you were the Eagles in the Super Bowl today. You went belt to ass on the chat. You went belt to ass in the chat. And I'm sorry, but I don't think they're allowed to chirp you anymore. And you know who else is I will not chirp M. Reyes once this offseason. M. Reyes, you are now out of the Xander crosshairs permanently until the next season begins.
Did you see the gig he had? He had all the jerseys on. He had
great.
the whole setup.
And he came prepared. He had good actual takes of yours that were trash. And he brought him up. M. Reyes is out of the crosshairs. Everybody else, come on. I was a little let down. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, my God. Xander's like this. You fuckers let me down today.
I mean, I was expecting some smoke. This guy's been killing this football team for years.
He's right. Xander goes like this. And all of a sudden, I saw this guy. He had a list in his hand. And I go, is that fucking AJ Brown? The guy goes like this. He goes, I said, shit, you're either AJ Brown or Derrick Henry.
You threw him off his game immediately.
He took his list and put it down.
Dude, you threw him off. Even Anton got thrown off his game early, but he came in glazing. Everybody came in glazing. Who else? Who else did I miss? Who else was good? Devin was good. I like Devin. M. Reyes was easily the best.
How about
wait, the best throw off, the best move you made all day was calling the guy Emmanuel Acho. He had no idea what to say. You threw him off his game so quick.
Come on, Acho. What do you got for me?
Oh, man. It was great. Good segment, though, Sills. I wanted to recap it, but I got it at 11-1. Sileo wins. So we call that belt to ass. If somebody wants to say the score was different, I'm open to hear it. I think the only guy who maybe had a chance at a win was Eduardo. I thought Lucius was close. People said Bob Brown won. A friendly powwow is not a win. All right. A friendly powwow is not a win about Al Golden. Come on.
He cleated everyone.
Yeah, he did. He did. Eduardo's got it at 10-2. I think he's giving himself.
Xander did, though. He fucking exposed my fucking game.
I did. I had to because it was too obvious to me, and every person got thrown off with it. I'm like, come on.
I always put people on their heels if they're coming after you. Always remember that.
That's true. That's the art of war right there. Silly with a little Sun Tzu. I like it.
Yeah.
Lucius
if we have any supers, let's read them.
Get to them. And Jay, I can't believe he didn't show up today. He said, I'll be honest, next time I'll come up, but it's going to be a glaze fest. I love big sills.
Thank you, Maniac. I love you. Hey, dude, I got to tell you, man, seeing the faces like you do, you're right, man. It was pretty
cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now you know. You see Lucius in the chat. What's up, brother? You see HKP, M. Reyes. It's cool. I love that, too. That's what I loved about the parade, too. You know, I met a lot of people at the parade. Handsome Hustler, who was handsome. You know what? Before I read your super chat, let me just rip you because he had something to say about every person that had the stones to come on the show. And here he sits in the shadows, afraid to speak. Come on, handsome. He says Lucius got Wendy's and McDonald's. Come on. That's bullshit.
I'll be right there with Lucius, man. We're boys now, Lucius. I like you, man.
Yeah.
We need an OG.
We need an OG. These Zoomers are soft. I don't know, man. Bob was pretty soft, too. Bob was pretty soft too.
M. Reyes is the only one that came in with prepared. He was prepared, and you know what he did? Always remember from now on, folks, always talk over Big Sills. Okay?
It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
When you talk over, that's how you win an argument.
I appreciate M. Reyes's take though, because he's correct. He goes, it's hard to not be starstruck. I watch the dude every day. And I'm not saying you're this great big star or anything, which I think you are, but you know, people come up here and they get a little nervous. I think it's people, they're not ready for it.
But I knew that.
I think this might be Emmanuel who was on the show.
There's Emmanuel Acho.
Emmanuel, he got you, bro. He threw you off your game, man. He threw you off your game. All y'all kitty cats ain't do shit. Abe, you were glazing the most of anybody. Are you kidding me, Abe? Abe was up here freaking giving you powwows for 16 minutes. Abe ate up half the hour with his glaze. No, Lucius, you were good. Lucius, you were one of the guys who I was on the fence on. I could have given you.
Yeah, Lucius, you're all right, man.
I thought Lucius was good. I thought he was good. Who else we got? Kimbo says, I've been sick in the hospital for 3 weeks. The Super Bowl and this show. Kimbo, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better.
Me too, Kimbo.
We appreciate you checking in. Abe in the car with his pants to his ankles. See, Handsome Hustler is just taking shots at everybody. Prince says, M. Reyes is elite. Yes.
Elite.
Yes. M. Reyes, I'm a man of my word, M. Reyes. You're out of my crosshairs till the next season begins.
Hey, he was prepared, man. He knew that
and he was entertaining. He was good. I thought he was great.
Yep.
Daniel says better at being on vacation. Martin Perez, looking like a fat version of Ricky Martin. I don't know who he's talking about there.
I don't know.
Dominican Uber driver in Canada. Ninja drove all the way from Times Square to drop off a killer at Tim Hortons.
I told that guy, hey, tonight, man, I wish you nothing but the worst luck.
Yeah,
Canada versus Team USA.
That was Emmanuel. He was good. Hanson says, patchy ass beard doing top flight security. Yeah, you're not talking about my boy Bonehead, are you? No, nobody goes for Bonehead. Bonehead is my boy. I love Jeff the Bonehead. All right.
Like Bonehead.
There's no attacking Bonehead. Drake Tucker says, screw Clemson. Roll Tide, baby.
I came in. Hey, next time when you come in with a Clemson jersey and you're touting your school, have some balls about yourself. Going Clemson. To me, I thought you were in I thought we were at a fireside chat that we were getting ready to talk about Clemson. Come on, man, show me that you love your school. I didn't even know what the fuck you were doing.
Yeah, Dio got soft. Dio, you went soft, brother. Handsome Hustler. This guy looks like he goes out of How to Catch a Predator with a case of beer. Large meat lovers, pay attention. Boy, you were shitting on everybody. Those dreads connected to that hat, pay attention. Nah, come on. No, don't do HKP like that. All right, two more. Coach Taylor, what's up, Coach? He says, off topic, but how much is Philly paying Dickerson?
20.
Yeah, 20. I'm rewatching the season. I'm not sure he shouldn't be in jail. He's decapitating linebackers normally. He's a stud.
Hey, you want to know a horrible take? In the offseason, trade Dickerson.
Who brought that up today? Reyes?
I think so.
Yeah, see, Reyes had all the takes that were actual trash. That was an egregious take by you. Anthony Wilson. Xander, they took an L like your ass do every day. Yes. Anthony, I'm happy people learned that it ain't as easy as it looks, all right? All right? I appreciate that comment, though. I appreciate that. All right,
poor John McMullen, man, because every time Xander gets done with me, he goes in there in the morning and he's like, oh, you know what Xander does? He has to back up.
I'm a little disappointed.
Fuck, look at you, man.
I mean, all these, you know how many comments I get a day, Sileo, people mad about, how many DMs, how many emails I've gotten over the years about people mad about Big Sills, and we open up the show and we got a glaze fest.
Hey,
I should have known.
I felt pretty good about today. I think everybody loved it.
Yeah, of course you did. You just got glazed for an hour and 14 minutes.
All right, Xander, great stuff.
Your Aunt Betty just clipped out that whole segment and is showing it to her coworkers. Look how awesome my nephew is, because everybody loves him. That's how much of a glaze fest that was.
Oh man, very good. Xander, hey, Xander's disappointed in you guys. I will say that, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not disappointed, but I won't be taking any bullshit from the chat moving forward. I tell you that much. Y'all exposed yourselves.
Xander, great stuff, brother. We'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man.
You got it. Great stuff, guys. All right, let me do this and pay some bills here. Our great friends at Morgan & Morgan, folks. We appreciate you guys being here. I thought you guys were sensational. We're very proud to be able to have Morgan & Morgan on the program. And because of you guys, this is why our great friend of 20 years, Morgan & Morgan, is here. They're the #1 and biggest injury law firm in America with over $20 billion recovered for their clients. Morgan & Morgan has a track record that is absolutely second to none. In Pennsylvania, I told you about the family, $650K they were offered by an insurance company in the initial claim. No way. $26 million was given to that family in Pennsylvania. In Florida, a insurance company came in and wanted to only give them $350K. No way. The team of Morgan & Morgan went in and got that family $12 million in recovery. That's right. Life is hard. We all know it, but this would be the easiest decision that you ever made. If you're ever injured, please check out my friends at Morgan & Morgan, where the fee is free. Now, get this. Unless they win, that's when we start talking here, but the fee is free. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/big sales or #law 529. That's FORthepeople.com/big sales or #law 529. Do me a favor. You tell them Big Sales sent you.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica, who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Big Sales National Football Show. Appreciate you guys coming aboard. We're like 4 likes away from 300. Okay? That is always the floor and where we want to be for likes. You guys did a great job. By the way, I got to say this. It ain't that easy. Okay? You guys give Xander a ton of shit when he comes on with me. It ain't that easy. Okay? I used to do that with a guy back in the day when I used to go on his show. His name was Gary Radnich in San Francisco and KMBR. And he'd kick my ass every time. He was just waiting for my dumb shit, and he knew. So, again, there's tricks to the trade. Been doing it a long time. Not that easy to get on and formulate your thoughts, is it? It's all good. I think you guys did a great job for the first time around in this thing. And it was good to put a face to some of you guys. Tony, thank you. So we're over 300. Absolutely great. We got a half hour. We'll get that bitch up to 350. You guys killed it. Absolutely killed it. For your first time running it through, I was okay with it. I think you guys had some good takes. By the way, again, hey, you know why you had a little bit of the glaze that Xander hated? Is because you enjoy the show. You just hate my takes. That's the key to the show. It's entertaining. Okay, that's why I tell you, I'm not a reporter. Okay, I just do a show. That's kind of what it is. Yes, even you, Sue. Yeah. Hit the like button here. We got a ton of stuff to hit. Okay, my favorite guy. I don't know, man. I liked all of them. One of them was horrible. I can't remember the horrible take. There was one that was terrible. I liked the kid Devin, too. He did remind me of Xander. Fuck this, fuck that, and fucking this. I was like, all right, we're good. Okay. And the majority of the people, Lucius, I dig you, man. I like you. I could talk to you a lot in sports. And by the way, Eduardo, man, if you didn't have the face of Philly on you, I don't know what does. I'm listening to Eduardo, and I'm like, that's Philly right there. That guy's got the face of Philly. Holy shit, man. This guy runs the chicks down, and he also makes sure he beats people up in bars. If anybody talks shit on his boy Jalen Hurts, how you doing? Yeah. Devin, like it, man. All love Big Sills, but it's still Hey, you were good, man. I'm all right. Xander took a shit on you, though. All right, that was fun. That's what this is about, man. That's why I want. Hey, I got it. Yes, Sue. It's like I do my wife. I got to give you credit because that's what I was hoping it would be. A lot of fun. Okay. See, Sills loved the segment. All right. Hey, Sue, don't act like my old lady. Okay. I told you if you just went, you would enjoy yourself. That's what Kim says. My wife. I told you if you just got off your fat ass and did it, you'd like it. So anyway, all right. I want to do and go back to finishing up the who's in and who's out. I want to do that. By the way, I got my top 10 NFL free agents defensively. You got 3 Eagles in it, believe it or not. The cap is improving to 277.5 or 281, somewhere in there. So it's about a $22 million improvement. You know what you hear on all the shows and what you hear on radio in Philly and what you hear on our network? Wow, he's got more room to be able to maneuver and sign these guys. That's not how he does it. Just because Howie Roseman has more money doesn't mean he's going to spend it. I mean, that's not what he does. He has a cap value on how he sees every position, and he has a formula. Jimmy Johnson had a formula on how he looked at money and how he looked at players and their values. Okay? So he had a chart. Howie's got a chart. Look at this guy. Okay, so what is it? Jesus, it's 20. Prince, hey, Prince, fuck you. You hid today. You had nothing to say. You had every opportunity to come in here. You didn't want to come in here. I get it. Hey, facing Big Sills ain't that easy. How you doing? Yeah. It's okay. It's all right, honey. Hey, Prince, I tell you what, man. I sent Trump a letter. You should be grateful I got you out of lockup after you stormed the Capitol. You should be thanking me. Okay? You should be thanking me. I got you a pardon. Hey, our guy Prince, he's been locked up for a bit. He was the guy in the buffalo hat. Can you get him out, President Trump? Yeah, I'll write it here, Sills. I'll write you a pardon for Prince. Prince, get out of jail free. How you doing? Hey, Prince. Come on, honey. Come on. Okay, come on here. All right. All right, let's do this. Yeah, Big Sil's got a new one now. You gave the keys of your Ferrari to a high school student? Okay. Hold on. You gave your keys to a Bugatti to a high school student? Kevin Patullo? So you got a kid who's never been around the block calling plays, and you gave him the keys to a Bugatti so that he can go get you a loaf of bread. Yeah. All right. February 20th. We're Super Bowl champions. That's what you say. All right. Doesn't matter. We will definitely be keeping a watch this. Take number 1 for 2025. I'm going to start writing these down. Here's take 1. The Eagles hired an inexperienced play caller on February 19th. Next up, free agency. Trade for Walker, not Garrett. Thoughts? Trayvon Walker down in Jacksonville. Let me see what he's done down there. The kid's Allen. The kid's Allen on the other side. Let me see. This guy was the first overall pick. Okay, let's see what he's done. The first overall pick in the draft. I mean, 10 sacks. He's got 24 sacks in his first 3 years, and he's 24 years old. Here's what I'll say to you, Anthony. He's not lived up to the first pick in the draft, but he's a first rounder. Jacksonville's going to want to try to recover some of that and want ones for him. I'm not giving you a 1 for him. I'll give you what? Hey, Anthony, what did Carolina get for Brian Burns? Still, Zach Martin just retired. Probably the best Notre Dame player that's come out of Notre Dame in the last 20 years because he's a Hall of Famer. What did Brian Burns get? What did Carolina get for Brian Burns? Wasn't it a couple 2s that you got for him? I'm not giving you a 1 for Walker. He's not getting that from me. He's a good player. He's a first-round kid. First pick in the draft. Trayvon Walker, no way. Like, you know where, if you had to redraft him, I would say Trayvon Walker's probably the 13th pick. Okay. I mean, 24 sacks in 3 years, and he's only 24, is not horrible by any stretch of the imagination. But when you're the number one over, like here, Jadeveon Clowney never lived up to being the number one overall pick. You want to hear something crazy? Jadeveon Clowney never had a 10-sack season in his entire career. That's not the first pick in the draft. Hassan Reddick has had a better career than what Clowney had. 2 and a 5, Anthony says. 2 and a 5 for Walker. Because he's so young, they'll probably want more. Like a 2, a 3, and a 5, probably for him. But I'm not giving a 1 up for him. No way. No way. Okay. I'm not looking. I'll take my chances on Nolan Smith with Walker. I think he's a good player, though. I'm not giving assets up like that for him. Okay, I'm not. No, I don't. I'm not going there with him. I like where you're thinking, though. He's not a bad player. AJ Brown says the offense will evolve under Kevin Patullo. I'm not sure what he means. Why would he want it to evolve? Oh, by the way, let me say this to you. Hey, Philly, where do you think he got that word evolve? Watches the show. Okay? He watches the show. Nick must have put his foot down for Kevin. Hard to see Howie being excited about a first-time play caller. Coach, do you really believe, Coach, that Nick Sirianni made this hire? How about this? Nick, can this be true? Or Coach, can this be true? Howie, what do you think of Kevin Patullo being the offensive coordinator? I think it's a good move. Howie, okay. Jeffrey, what do you think? Yeah. And then Nick comes in and goes, hey, I'd like to elevate Kevin Patullo. You think that's the right move, Nick? Yeah. Okay. Let me just say this to you, man. If the owner and the general manager didn't want that hire, they wouldn't have that hire. Nick Sirianni does not pick your coaching staff. I do not believe that. I do not. Because when he got here, the staff was almost intact when he got here. And the owner and the general manager both said they were going to be instrumental in picking the next guy. They threw that out there before they even named him. So, did Nick hire Kevin Patullo? Yeah, with the blessing of the owner. So, in theory, you're not wrong. Nobody's wrong. But I can guarantee you. So, wait a minute. You trust a guy who made a decision to fire Sean Desai in the middle of the season and then scapegoat Brian Johnson for the ineptness of the offense in 23 to make a hire of a coach? And so let me ask you this too. So Nick Sirianni thinks it's in the best interest that he hires a coordinator that has no game experience. And he thinks that's in the best interest of his offense? The only way that gets done is because the owner wanted that done. And he wanted to show everybody he's the smartest guy in the room again, which he has been. Look, I told you this at the start of the program. On February 20th, you know, we're days away from what you did on February 9th. In the last 4 years, you got 3 guys, head coaching jobs in the NFL. Can you name me another place in the NFL that has done that? Has there been, even Kansas City, has Kansas City had an assistant coach go on and become a head coach in the last 4 years? I'm trying to think. No. Okay, who else? Rams. Rams are putting some people in the building over the last 4 years for head coaching jobs, right? Rams and what? The Eagles. So you got to give the benefit of the doubt. Here. Think Hurts said yes. Hurts got the juice now. Well, let me ask you this. So, do you think they asked Jalen Hurts if Kevin Patullo would be the right offensive coordinator for the offense? Do I think they got his input? Yeah. But I don't think they care what he thinks. You know why? How they ran the offense last year. Remember what Jalen said? Hey, Anthony, do me a favor. Back me up on this. Remember what Jalen said this year? I just do what I'm told. So do I think they had his input? Yeah. But I don't think they gave a shit what he thought. They were going to name whoever they wanted as head coach. And he said that. He goes like this, hey, I just do what I'm told. It's not about numbers now. I just do what I'm told. Those are his exact words. Right? So, no, I'm not saying they didn't go like, Jalen, what do you think? We want to put Kevin Patullo in there with you. You know, he's been in your ear. You know, you guys formulate the game plan. You talk it over on Saturday all week. A little different than on the headset on Sunday. Okay? But I'd probably go like this. I'd probably say, hey, you know, you can load the deck. You can load it. Here, look, I write down a list of 10 guys. Hey, pick a head coach off this. You pick the coach? Yeah, well, I set the table. That's what you do here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back because I didn't get a chance to finish this. Guys, do me a favor. Give me a number on the likes. By the way, I think you guys, really a fun show today. Really great stuff. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we may do it again. I don't know. We may. I'll have to think about it, but that was pretty good. 315, not bad. Let's see if we can get to 350. We got a couple minutes here. I wrote in and out, and I'm going to go back to this. Josh Sweat. We hit on it earlier before the segment at 4 o'clock. I think he's gone. You know why he's gone? Bryce Huff. Do you believe that Howie Roseman will offer what is Bryce Huff making now annually? 17.5? Okay. You think he'll offer Josh Sweat 20 million? 20.5? No. So you lost an edge rusher. Okay. BG is retiring. I would hope. That's your depth at edge. Okay? So you lost a starting edge rusher and depth at your edge in one offseason so far. Okay? Zach Bond, as I said earlier, I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50 he comes back. If I was leaning, I don't know. I don't know. Because if he gets in the open market, stupid money's coming his way. Okay? I mean, let's because they won the Super Bowl, let's give him the benefit and say he's staying. Okay? So you got Bond. Mekhi Becton. Becton's going to get around 11.5. He made $2.75 million. It's a $9 million increase annually, and it's a 3-year deal. Becton loves Jeff Stoutland. USA. Proud of the hockey team. Big game, no doubt. I'll be watching that thing. Mekhi Becton being back. I think there's a great chance Mekhi Becton's back. Hey, I don't think 11-2 is out of the realm of possibilities. Boy, that low line, man, would be awful expensive. You got $100 million in pay checks going out a year. You got $25 million at the left tackle, $20 million at the left guard. That's 45. You've got $1.5 million at the center position because he's on a rookie deal. You got another 12 at right guard. That's 67. You got another 28 at right tackle. That's $95 million and 5 guys. $100 million in the offensive line alone for 5 players. You better have the best OT or O-line, and I believe you do. Okay, so I think Becton's staying. Avonte Maddox, $2 million. You want him back for depth? Avonte Maddox? You want him back? Or do you let him walk? Knows the system? Vic likes him? Probably gone. So you're going to need depth at cornerback, right? So you've lost an edge starting rusher. You lost a backup depth rusher. And now you're going to lose backup depth at corner, right? That's assuming you think Keely Ringle's somebody, right? Okay. How about Milton Williams? $1.27 million he made. That guy's going to be on pace. This year, Milton Williams, he's going to make near $20 million. There's no way you're bringing him back. Vaughn is so tough because I could see Howie letting him walk, but man, I could see him paying him 20 to 25. No way. I can't see him paying. Yeah, no way, Taylor. No way. So wait a minute. Steven thinks that Howie Roseman's going to pay Milton Williams $20 million. Do you think that, folks? Do you think that? Do you believe, Steven, that Howie's going to pay Milton Williams $20 million? He didn't pay $20 million for Javon Hargrave, who had 11 and a half sacks. Okay, so Senor says that Milton Williams, Howie's going to pay $20 million for Milton, and he's going to pay probably 14 for Bond. And they're going to pay 14, okay? And February 20th, until I see the draft and free agency, how it rolls out, and who's going to be on the open market, I can't dispute it yet. So, hey, you believe then that if they're going to offer Milton, they got to do it in the next 2 weeks, right? I mean, how many days until March 12th? You got 20 days. You basically got less than 3 weeks to get a contract on the table for these guys. No way. No fucking way. Fred Johnson, 1.2. I'd offer Fred money. I like him as a swing tackle. I'd bring him back. That's not a lot of money. 2.4. Cap went up. $2 million. I'm all right with Fred. Fred played against some pretty good ball players when they had injuries in the O-line. Oren Burks. Here's another one. $1.1 million for a rotation, special teams, and backup linebacker. I like this player, and I like the money. I'd give that guy $2 million, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would increase him and have no problems with it. I mean, he's cheap. And Dean's not back for a month going into the season. Burks for $6 million? No way. Burks is making 1.1. He's a backup guy. Had a great postseason. I give him $2 million. Oh, you're saying 6 over 3. Yeah, that sounds right. How about these next two? Isaiah Rodgers makes $950,000. I'm all over that guy. Backup corner. I just told you we lost depth with Avonte Maddox. I'm not getting rid of that guy. I can give Isaiah Rodgers $2 million. Get his ass back. Okay. I have no problem with that. That's a good deal. So, you're going to need help at edge, depth at corner, and depth at edge. And I believe you're not signing Milton Williams. There's no way Howie's giving him $20 million or north of it. And you're not paying Josh more than what you're paying that stiff Huff. Okay? So you're going to bring Josh Sweat back, making less than Bryce Huff, and he doesn't play? Doesn't work like that. That guy's looking for a brand new zip code. Promise you. All right, folks, do me a favor. Please check out my friends at Morgan & Morgan. Really great that we brought John Morgan on the program here a couple weeks ago during the Super Bowl, and I'm so glad you got a chance to meet him. It's the #1 injury law firm in the country, with over $20 billion recovered for families across the country. A team of attorneys with Morgan & Morgan. This is why they make things happen, is because they are the biggest law firm in the country, and they get the best returns for families. When insurance companies try to go in and undercut you, that's not what Morgan & Morgan does. Life is hard, and this will be the easiest decision that you make. Do me a favor. Check out my friends. If you're ever injured, please check out forthepeople.com/big sales or pound law 529. That's forthepeople.com/big sales or pound law 529. Do me a favor. You tell them Big Sil sent you.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica, who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Guys did a great job today. Very proud of you. Do me a favor. Please hit the like button. Over 300 likes today. Very good stuff. I just got a friend of mine who just texted me and said Cam Jurgens had a back surgery today in L.A. To try to alleviate some of the nerve damage in his back. Wow. A center having back surgery. Not ideal. He's young, though. They're saying he should be back in time for training camp. That's July 27th. So, I mean, you'll have all the OTAs and you will not have him at any of the mini camps. So you'll have to go with a backup center during that time. Okay? Yeah, so that's something to keep an eye on, that your starting center is not going to be available until the start of training camp. So, yeah, I mean, just a little bit of tidbit there. That shows you just how tough that guy is and how he played and how great he was during the playoffs. I'll tell you this. I told you, one of the reasons why I thought that the Eagles would win the Super Bowl is what they did in that Washington game and how Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens, picked each other up and how great they were in that ball game together. So, hey, yeah, man, I got to say, some of you guys took an L today. Couldn't handle the heat of Big Sills. It's my presence, they say. How you doing? Xander couldn't take it. He was throwing up on himself. I saw him. He had an airplane vomit bag with some of you guys. Yeah, it was fun, though. I think the next time you probably will be better. If there is a next time, we shall see. Great stuff. I appreciate everybody coming aboard today. You were great. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button on the way out the door. Big C, Big Joe, thank you very much. 2 to 6 tomorrow, and we'll see you on the flip side.